Do I look stiff?
Look like you're in court.
Just loosen up a little bit. Mark,
What?
I haven't seen you in a while.
I saw you last week.
It's been a while.
Not really.
Where you been? How you been?
I'm all right.
Everything good?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. How's the new apartment?
That's all right.
Yeah. Are you keeping it clean?
I'm keeping my room. Yeah, it's a small place, so yeah, we are keeping it clean.
But how come you didn't do that here when you were living with us?
It's different.
Why?
It's totally different because
What his?
Our guests have they have boys, so they probably know
We know.
I didn't have as much liberty as to what's mine to move around this and that. It was all yours more or less. So it's kind of like had to be. Yeah.
Did you take your dresser that was in your room? Right, you took that dresser.
Yeah, I took it.
Are you using it?
Yeah.
Because you sure didn't use it here.
Whatever.
Those drawers are always open and clothes just hanging out of it. Remember what did I say? Your dresser looked like it threw up.
They do the smell check. Do they do the smell check on their clothes? I'm like, oh.
Do I need to wash?
Yeah,
Nah,
it's good.
I'm gonna fold it. Yeah.
Well, you knew what was.
I just said fold.
You knew it was a clean pile, and you knew it was a. Well, here's you know what my biggest issue was.
Yeah, the dirty pile was where the flies were.
No.
Or the dog kept sniffing on that side.
Here's my issue. Here's my issue. Is the problem is because usually at one time or another, there's at least always 4 people in this house living here or something.
Right.
And the issue is when we're all trying to do laundry, is when I do laundry and I put my stuff in the washer then the dryer. If I don't take it out of the dryer, I have to fold immediately out of the dryer.
Right.
So someone else needs to do laundry and then just put it in a basket and put it on like my room. That's when it's like, God damn it, because it's already wrinkly and you just don't, and you're just like, damn it. Like I was like, I don't want to do it now because now I pretty much just want to rewash it because I want to start all over, freshly fold it right out the dryer. You know, so you don't get the creases and this and that and. We kept doing that because someone always has to wash clothes. Okay. And so we just throw it in the basket and put it in someone's room, put it on someone's bed. And then it's like, the motivation is not there after that fact. Because you're like, damn it. It was out the dryer. That's...
So you knew when you heard the dryer, the burn. Okay, it's time to go.
No, I'm not always here. Sometimes, because I work overnight, so I'll put it in midday, and then I get home, then someone else did it, and I come home to it's on my bed.
So you're saying we literally had to wait for you?
Yes.
To come home.
That is yes. I've said that. I've said that. I said, look, either you wait for me to do it or you fold it. Because I'm not going to end up doing it if that's what's going to happen every single time, and it upset me. That's usually why there's clothes on the floor.
Well, you know what, Mark? Way wrong.
That's what it is.
It's just.
Well, we're happy that you have your own place and you want to keep it clean. So
I've had my own place before, by the way. It's just that I had to come back for a
That's
second.
true. But
this
either
is my
way.
first time.
Are the doors on your drawer closed or open?
No, they're closed. I got more. I haven't had a closet for like the past 7 years, to be honest. Moving rooms and stuff. So I finally have a closet, so I'm actually hang stuff up and put stuff away more. Easier. Yeah. So that's also great.
Well, this is probably the only time I get to see you is when you come over to do the show with us, so I still appreciate it.
Well, I come over during the day usually.
Oh, yeah, when you need to eat. That's right.
Check the fridge.
Yeah. Whatever I don't have, I come over and then I take it over there.
Yeah, he takes it, yeah. If they didn't have milk...
He brings his own bag.
This is my grocery shopping. This is when I go to the store, I come to here. Yeah. That's what I do.
That's funny.
Anyways, what'd you do Halloween night?
I worked.
Oh, that's right.
I had to work, man.
Work nights.
Yeah.
I forgot. Mm-hmm. But did you guys have trick-or-treaters in your apartment complex? Did people do that?
I don't know. I really don't see kids. I don't think there's kids because most of them are 2-bedroom apartment, not a lot of family style. So I have no clue.
Yeah.
No clue.
Have you met your neighbors?
No, I don't know.
We don't know if you have neighbors.
I've seen them once. I've seen one couple. We really don't interact, and it's 8 complexes or shit, 12 actually.
And your roommate, do you see him? Dan?
Yeah, we see each other.
Do you?
Mm-hmm. I see him in the morning before he leaves, and usually on the weekends.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Do you see your roommate?
Quite a bit. Yep, as she laughs over there. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Modcast. I'm your host, Mario Garcia. To my left, my co-host, Marcos, my son. Running the board today is Sandy. Hello, Sandy.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you for joining us.
Chris. That was nice.
What's that?
And a response.
Oh, I know, right? Usually it's how you doing, Chris? Yeah. Okay, thanks for joining us. Yeah, but Chris something came up and Chris wasn't able to join us tonight. But so he tells everyone sorry.
No, he's not sorry.
Yeah. But okay, before we get to our guest, Sandy, can you go ahead and play our ads, the sponsors that are making this happen for us, please?
I sure can.
This podcast is sponsored by Quinn Concrete Construction. The company motto, no job too big or too small. Whatever your concrete need is, they have the experience and the professionalism to ensure a quality job every time. For a free estimate, call 913-279-1448. That's 913-279-1448 and ask for Joe Quinn.
This episode is sponsored by Goal Fire Protection. With over 26 years of fire sprinkler experience, Goal Fire Protection has built our livelihoods on established relationships and providing quality fire sprinkler systems. From retrofits, remodels, service, repairs, new installation, and inspections, simple to the extreme, we can help you every step of the way. No job is too small or too big for our knowledgeable crews. For your free estimate, call 913-441-3390 or email us at gochoa@goalfireprotection.com.
Oh, that's what I said. Back to the next segment.
All right, we are ready to roll.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our guests for the evening, the owners of the M&D's Family Recipes Food Truck, Don and Marie Schriemann. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
for having us.
you.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are here. I know we talked probably, a couple months ago?
Yeah, it's been a couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
Had
said,
to think about it.
Yeah, I asked you guys if you guys would like to do this, and Marie was like, I have to check with my manager, her husband.
You know, when he said that, he said our guest earlier today, when I had asked the name again, and in my mind, he said Don and Marie. I go, isn't that a famous couple? Is there Don?
That's why we mentioned Marie first, then Don, because we're not.
I was like, because who's that? Donnie and Marie? That's
Yeah, the Osmonds.
I was sitting there. I'm like, Donnie and Marie.
It's funny you brought that up, Mark, because I was like, I'm not going to bring it up. Well, I'm sure it comes up all the time. Right? I'm sure it comes up all the time. But they are brother and sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Not our guest.
Yeah,
Right.
Which I wouldn't want them here anyway, because I got the right Don and Marie here.
That's
Correct.
Right. That's right.
Yeah, but how we doing, guys?
Good.
Yeah, everything good? You guys work today? Oh, we got a visitor here. Oh, it's Ladybug.
Yeah, we worked today, and we was messing with the tamales this evening.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and thank you so much for bringing us tamales.
Yeah.
Oh, I cannot wait to go and have some.
They're hot.
I won't get a transfer tomorrow, so
If
there's still any left,
Hey, I just had a thought.
What?
Where'd you leave those tamales?
they're on the table.
Where's Dallas?
Where's the dog?
I don't know.
Oh no,
They're in a box.
They're in a box.
that's
but
not going
they
to
don't
stop
matter.
them. That's
You know what? Can you run up there? And,
I'm gonna go make sure because I want tamales when we're done.
yeah. So
someone's going to end up
Oh, you know
enjoying
what?
them. We don't know who, but someone's going to end up enjoying
I
them.
got a camera right here. I can look them up.
Oh yeah.
But it's not going to help. I'd have to. yell.
That's not true. If you yell out his name, he may stop.
Maybe.
We literally had to put just a small camera in our kitchen because it has a mic as well. So that way, if he's ever in the kitchen, I mean, because he's a pretty big dog.
Big dog.
And sometimes we wonder how he gets food.
Yeah.
You know, do you guys have a dog?
We used to. We don't have one anymore.
No.
And not a big one. He was like a lap dog, small.
Okay, so that's it. Yeah. Ours could be a lap dog too, but
No.
just for some of us. No.
For Shaquille O'Neal.
But he likes to get into stuff, and we've wondered how he. You know, there's times that he'll grab a pot that we have on the stove, without spilling it. He'll grab it and he'll take it to his little spot. We don't know how he's doing it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we don't know if he's grabbing it from the handle. We don't know if he's grabbing the pot itself, but he doesn't leave a trail. We don't know how he does it.
Or maybe he's walking upright. And
That's what I think. I think
Two hands.
he gets up on his
and he
two
somehow
back and he just somehow grabs shit and he carries it around.
Like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah,
Scooby-Doo.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's why I put the camera out. Like, we got to catch him somehow.
because he's done some serious miracles, like because he's afraid of like this little gate, and he gets in the trash can. We put it on the trash can, and yet we come home and he took trash out, but the gate is still on the trash can. there's things that just do not add up.
I know. Right?
And
That's crazy.
I don't know.
He's good.
I think he is part human. Anyway, so are we ready for the fall? Don, you came in and like supposed to be like
It's supposed to get in the morning. I look in the morning. Every morning it's cold,
yeah.
and then I try to see what time of the day is going to be the hottest. 2:00. Well, the day's almost over at 2:00.
I know, right? It's starting to get
It's gonna
dark.
be
That's right.
Yeah.
Which is it's pretty damn crazy that it's doing that now. I just think they need to leave that alone.
They
right?
do.
They just why do we fall back? I know there's got to be reasons why, but I mean, of course, I heard for
farmers or something. Wasn't it for the farmers?
I had
or
heard for the
something?
trick or treaters, make sure they get out early.
I've heard for the farmers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like that's
it
when it
used
was
to be.
originally started,
Yeah.
is because of the farmers.
Because I think there's some countries that don't even mess with it. Not they probably don't even have farming in these countries where they
No.
do this. But yeah, so there's got to be
Yeah, you figure
Yeah.
it's here next week, it'll probably be dark 4:30,
right.
4:45. It's dark.
I didn't even know it happened until like I was driving. I was looking at my clock and it was wrong. I was like,
What?
something happened. I was like, no wonder it felt like I slept longer.
Yeah.
Which I do not like this time of the year because I need sunlight. And I
Yeah.
feel like I get caught in that depressed mode or mood.
Seasonal something.
Yes,
depression.
something like that. I
Yeah.
think that is really true because I think it does hit me in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it like takes me like 2 weeks to get used to the time. Like I'm like and I'm like tired and I don't know why I'm really tired. I don't know if it's just because it's dark. I don't get it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's going to help me because I was like, why am I so tired?
Yeah.
Duh, we just went through this time change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, so like I said, the fall's right around the corner. Everything good? You guys
Yeah. Busy.
You guys
yeah.
just staying busy?
Yeah. Boys are doing their thing.
Yeah,
growing
how
up.
are they?
Well, our oldest is 34. I have
Yep.
to think about that sometimes. I'm like, gosh, 34. And he's good. He lives out in Olathe. He's married and got 2 kids. So he's got a oldest son is Ivan, who is going to be 8 in November. And then Elena, who is 4. And I love her to death. She's tough. Like,
Sounds
she's,
like you got a
tough.
favorite.
Yeah, the grandson
I
just right now
do.
said, didn't even say you love me, but you
Yeah, no, and she's got Rose as her middle name, so they kind of named her. I'm like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
she's like me, she's tough. And then Dominic obviously is getting married. He's getting married next year, so that's going to be a big thing. Come here in a few months.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're growing up. It's like, where does time go?
I know.
Mm.
Remember the days when we were back in elementary with you guys,
Right.
with the boys being
I
in school
know.
together. I know.
So did they go to Blue Jacket?
Yeah.
Yeah, both of them.
Both of them went to Blue Jacket, and
Oh, you mean Raul or Jose and Ricky and them?
Well, with their oldest, but then their second one
Yeah.
was at the time of Mario.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because
okay.
they graduated together, right? Yeah, him and Dominic. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
that's what I thought.
Let's go. So I can safely say that you both are from KCK,
Yes.
from the dot, right?
From the
Yep.
dot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I will-
we're upper Argentine. We're not. We're
Oh, you're not down there
Yeah,
by.
we said everybody on the bottom of the hill was lower Argentine. That's L.A.
Yeah.
We're up on top of the hill.
Uh-oh.
The-
That might be fighting words.
I
back in
know.
Argentina.
You're bottom of the hill.
I know. I was. Yeah, it sucked for me because we have to.
You
The
were
times
by,
that we
you
had
were
to
by
walk
the
to
train
school.
track kid. That's what you
Yeah.
were.
No, but we
Yeah,
had to
by the
walk up the big
tracks.
hill. We had to walk up that big hill to get home. That's
From Argentina.
from
Argentina.
Argentine.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Argentine.
Yeah, Don, you said you grew up off the Steel Road as well.
Yep. We moved there in like 76.
Okay.
I went to Argentina in the 7th grade in 76.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was still a tough hill to climb.
76, and that was the year that Harmon opened, right? Wasn't it? 76?
No, I
Didn't
think
they-
it
remember-
was 74,
Or was it 73? What's the?
maybe?
What they had? Remember they had the right in the commentary. They had a giant painting,
Right.
and I think the.
But I don't know
Dude,
what
let's
it's...
first of all, let's do math. Was
No,
it-
you-
no, hold on.
You know, I don't do
Because
math.
they had their 50th gala, what, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
So-
you can figure that out. I'm not.
Mom,
I'm not
you
gonna
can
try.
you can do that.
Yeah,
man.
yes.
I'm not going to do it either.
Anyway, so all right, Don. So, okay, you know what? We'll start, Marie. So you grew up in by the Circle
In
B.
Argentine.
Up in Argentina, right?
Yeah, 18th Street.
Up on top. Okay.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you went to where'd you go to grade school?
So I grew up going to elementary on County Line. So I actually went to school with the Searles, like Deanna and Donna.
Oh, okay.
So I went there for like until I was in, I want to say 2nd grade. And then from there, I went to Silver City.
Okay, well, what school was that?
T.A. Edison.
Oh,
Edison.
okay.
Yeah. Kind of
Okay.
like back behind there where those apartments, I
Mm-hmm.
don't know what those apartments are called, but Parkville or Park something.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there until about 2nd grade. And then from there, we moved on to 18th Street. And that's when I went to Silver City and then Argentine and Harmon.
Okay, and then that's where we had met. We had met in
Argentine.
Argentine Middle School.
Mhm.
But I don't know if you remember this, but you remember making your confirmation
I do.
at Holy Name?
Yes.
I was part of that. And
So you was in the same. So you
Yeah, we
probably in
did
the
the-
picture. We did it together.
Yes, yeah.
It was a
we
big
did.
group. It was a
Yeah,
lot
it
of
was.
kids.
And it's crazy because my dad, when my dad passed, he passed away in 2017, and we were cleaning stuff, just stuff that he had, and I came across the
picture
not the picture, but the
certificate.
no, what is it? Not a flyer, but the
Program?
Oh, like
The
a
program.
Oh.
and I was reading through it, and I mean, I knew like everybody now, reading through it, and I was like, so you say I don't have that picture, but you do have
I
it.
think I do have it. I keep all
You know
my
what?
pictures like that.
You may have to share that with me because that would be cool to see.
Yeah, I'll have to
Yeah,
bust it out.
did Liz also make her?
No.
No, Liz. Why did I think that?
I don't think so.
But see, I'd have to look at
Now
the.
you're gonna make me go find that picture. And dig it
Yes,
out.
please. I really, I'd like to look at that. There at Argentine, did you? What was your favorite class at Argentine?
Probably. I don't know.
Or
I
how-
like math. So like, was it Mr. Kirby? Was there a Mr. Kirby?
Yeah,
Mr. Kirby
I
and.
believe so. There was a Miss Dodd.
Miss
Remember
Dodd
her?
was there when I was there.
Yeah, Miss
Miss
Dodd.
Dodd.
Yeah.
And I like Mr. Kitchen. He look, Mr. Kitchen either liked you or he didn't like you, and he made it obvious if he didn't like you.
What? So okay,
What was the subject?
He was.
He was like shop.
Like, yeah,
I think we were in that shop class together.
Yeah.
I think we were.
Because it was like a plastic class I took. Or
It was
something.
he had plastics,
Yeah.
woods. Yeah.
Yeah.
His name was Kitchen, but he was
Miss-
teaching shop.
Mr. Kitchen. So
Okay.
a crippled
You know what?
Mr. Kitchen.
yeah, he was all upper body,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Paralyzed from the waist,
Waist
down.
down.
Oh, wow.
And he had the crutches where they would grab your forearm. And
Oh,
you'd have
like
to hold.
the polio kind of.
And
crutches?
I'm sure,
Yeah.
I'm sure
Think so,
you
yeah.
guys remember
He would
him
throw
in
him like a
action,
spear.
right? He would.
Damn.
He would.
This is the 70s.
And it was okay.
Yeah, that's about as
You're right. And he was a big guy. And then, like if there was a fight or something going on, he'd always be there. He would run, literally.
Ooh.
Look, I don't want to laugh at that, but
No, I mean you can't because he would.
He would
run.
get it down the hall.
And then sometimes and then he would drop his crutches
Then he's-
and he'd be like pivoting and shit and grabbing people
He
and.
would.
Oh, I
he
know.
was mean. Nobody messed with Mr.
How about
Kitchen.
when he used to do that thing with
He'd
his,
have you like
with his
this.
wrist, with
And
your,
just keep pulling
your
it
thumb
back.
or
Yeah,
something.
he purposely just grab you and you couldn't get away from him. I don't know, Donnie.
He was
did you-
strong. No,
yeah,
I
you
never
could-
got away.
I mean, he was also the wrestling coach.
There it is. Okay, I was about to say.
Yeah.
I knew there had to be
He
that
was a wrestling
connection. 'Cause
coach.
I bet he could grapple just because he's all.
Yeah,
He
and
was-
then
yeah.
what was crazy is he would go down and wrestle with the kids. So like he was paralyzed from the waist down.
Yeah.
right? So it was
Okay,
just
that
crazy.
probably would not be allowed nowadays either.
No.
You don't think so? I
Not
don't know.
wrestling
I
with
don't
the
know.
kids. I don't
No.
know.
Well, I mean, but
Well, if he's
But
a
he was
wrestling
coaching,
coach,
he was
I mean,
teaching them, yeah.
Maybe if you
I
the
never
wrestling,
wrestled,
the
so I don't
wrestling
know.
kids, you can't just wrestle random kids.
although yeah, but I mean, he would if there was a fight, he'd wrestle people. He'd grab. One time he had two students by their necks, just holding them like.
Was
Hey,
he?
they were probably
was
off the ground too,
and he was.
and he was standing on
What do
his.
you call that?
could
That's
still,
They were
like,
supporting
he could
him.
still-
Yeah, that's an
he could
Olympic
still
sport.
balance
It's the
somehow.
he was doing like the rings where they. That's messed up. That's messed up.
Yeah, see those are the good things that I remember about Argentina.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, we all do that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would forget something like that.
Yeah, and then of course you went to Harmon.
Yeah.
We went to Harmon as well together.
Same.
How about any good memories there at Harmon?
Yeah. I mean, Yeah, because I wasn't in sports. I mean, I think I played basketball like my freshman year, and that wasn't for me. I'm like, girls are rough. I'm like, they ain't no joke. Like fighting, scratching. I'm like, I can't do this. So, but I did do track, and I do got a funny story. It has to do with Sandy. Because Sandy, you was in track, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, but I think it was at Argentine for some reason. I told you this the other day about the story about.
So we were in middle school?
I think it was in middle
So
school.
she went to Central.
Mm-hmm.
So Central
for some reason, I
Argentine.
want to say it was middle school, but I could be wrong because it might have been Wyandotte because you went to Wyandotte,
Mm-hmm.
right? Yeah, it might have been freshman year, but they threw me in to run, and I don't know what it was because I like ran like maybe the short distance. I didn't do the long. And they put me up against, and you was in the heap to run.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I remember, Mom giving me orange juice that morning. So
the acid reflex was.
So the good part is that, and I think you end up winning. I mean, you spanked me. I ain't gonna lie, you did. But I was kind of happy.
Rematch.
Yeah. Look, I haven't had no orange juice, but no. But the crazy part was, I was glad that you beat me as bad as you did, because like I was throwing up like on the second turn, so nobody was watching me like, you know, and so nobody seen me doing that.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah,
just a trail of orange behind you.
Yeah, it was like I was like, ugh. But I mean, I kind of turned around and act like I was just coughing, but it wasn't pretty.
Oh, that's funny, huh?
Yeah,
that's crazy. And that was up at Art Lawrence, the Harmon's field.
Yeah.
Because we shared it with Argentina as well.
Yeah, it sure was. It was at home. I did all that at home. Yeah.
Nice. There's got to be video.
Yeah, no.
Whoever carried the giant video.
Right.
Video cameras.
Put a new tape in there.
Yeah, VHS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So and then I think I played a little bit of volleyball. I played volleyball. That was kind of my sport there.
You used to have your yearbooks?
I do have a couple of them. Yeah.
Couple? You should have all of them.
Well, I think my sister might have took. I think she was missing some, so I think she took mine.
See, okay. So so I grew up. Okay, it's only myself and my sister, but we're 9 years apart.
Mm-hmm.
So when you go to high school with your siblings, does that mean only one yearbook? You have to share that one yearbook. She could have been a senior, and you were a.
That's what I was wondering. Like, why did she take yours? Was she?
No, we all had one.
Everybody had one.
But I think as we got older and like she moved out of mom's, like she couldn't find hers, so she found mine. And I'm like, but they have like my signatures, like people saying, have a good year, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
She just went in there, wrote over your name with hers.
Yeah, I think she like tore those pages out. No, I don't know. But so I think I'm missing a couple, but I do have a couple of them. Yeah.
Hey, we did grow up. We only shared one.
Okay, yeah, you guys did.
Yep.
Well, you and Theodora especially. I mean,
the
same years.
But still, we got one yearbook. We all shared it. So I don't
so
recall
the autographs and the messages was to everybody.
I don't recall, but
when
I know we didn't all.
I get one page.
Yeah, maybe I know, but I know we didn't each get one.
Yeah. That's funny stuff. So you're so how many siblings do you
So I got. So there's 4 of us.
Okay.
So I've got an older brother, and I think he graduated in '86.
Okay.
And then
Which is your older brother?
Manuel.
Okay. Manuel.
Yeah, my older brother Manuel, and then my older sister Andrea, and I think she was a year. She might have been '87.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I was '89, and then I have a younger brother Andy. And Andy actually, I kind of ruined it for Andy because like he got sent to Bishop Ward because I think it was the year that they implemented where if you had 15 tardies, like that was an automatic failure in some of your classes. Well, I wasn't challenged enough. I mean, so like, and none of my friends was like in my classes, like my math classes, and so I didn't have to be there. Like, it was like I just I didn't have to study because it just wasn't hard enough for me. So
I wish I could say that.
So I skipped.
So
I won't tell my boys that. I mean, I never shared that with them. Look, hope they're not watching. But so I.
You remember when Mom used to beat us because we were skip class?
Yeah.
They never did either. They was good.
Good kids.
But like I said, I was just bored. So it was like, okay, when different areas went on spring break. I went on spring break with them a couple days too.
So your brother then would miss school because you were skipping. Is that what you meant by Andy?
No, he had to. He got sent to Bishop Ward because they knew what I got away with at Harmon.
Gotcha.
Oh, so they were on
then-
him.
Ah.
Yeah. So yeah.
So was he pissed off at you?
I don't know a little bit.
So,
I don't care then.
but he didn't go to Harmon at all?
Nope.
No.
Really?
No. He went to he graduated with Eddie Mendez and
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Diana
Yeah.
Mendez. And, yeah.
Okay. Because I do remember seeing him. I almost want to say we gave him a ride. Because on those cold days, he was walking, but what would he be walking to?
Yeah, you can't.
That's what I'm
you
trying to
can't
figure
walk
out.
Where did you
there.
pick him up at? Where was
Right
it?
there, on the hill. Did he have a ride? Did he?
How long would it take? Could you even walk from Argentina to Bishop
Okay, so he went to Argentina.
So yeah. So
Okay,
yeah,
so
he went
maybe
to
that's what it
Argentina.
was. Maybe I was at Harmon, he was at Argentine. I felt bad for this kid that was just with no coat, just walking. You know,
No,
kids.
just
Why?
let him
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't him. All that time I thought it was. But anyway,
It could have been.
yeah. All right, Don. What about you? You went to where'd you
went
go
to
to grade
Harmon.
school?
I went to grade school right there on 18th Street. What used to be William Elcott. The building still sits there,
Yeah, right by the.
but they by Sunfresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to
Oh.
that school. We lived right up the street at 90 South 18th.
Okay.
So then when they started doing the boundaries, we could walk to that school, but we lived on the wrong side of Ridge. So they would ship us on a bus all the way to Francis Willard over by Wyandotte High School.
Is that when they were doing desegregation or whatever?
Yeah,
when they were
that-
trying to move some people around?
Yeah, and we could see the school, but we was on the wrong side of the street.
Uh-huh.
So they would ship us over to Francis Willard.
Dang.
And I went there like 5th and 6th grade. And then that's when we moved to where my parents live now.
Okay.
And then I went to Argentine and then to Harmon.
Wait, school by Sunfresh?
Yeah, across from Sunfresh on 18th, it's a brick building.
No, stone. It's like
old
an
school.
stone building.
And,
Yeah.
and see, when I was...
You know
when,
where the Little Caesars is?
Yeah, right
That
across the
sounds fresh.
I
street.
think there's a light. There's a light that's right there when you come
Yeah,
in. It's like
yeah.
right there.
See, then
Because down the
that
street is
school
the,
is all marble, floors, everything, and the stairs. And then when I was probably in 4th grade, they made it like a room for like the stars and everything. They would bus
Oh.
other schools in to go to this.
Like an astronomy type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we thought it was cool because it was at our school.
Yeah.
Oh.
But look, we didn't ever get to go in there.
It's not for you
Yeah,
guys.
it's not for you.
Just kids.
That's funny. Yep.
Wow, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I always wondered if it was still in there because on the street side, the windows were all darked out because there was this half moon thing in the room. So I always try to see, I wonder if it's still in there. It's got to be in there.
Yeah.
I mean, the school's still active.
But
now.
I think the school
No.
they went to where if you was bad kids in school got kicked out.
don't know why
I
you're
think
looking at me.
then they went to all them skipping you was doing.
Yeah, you're back in. You should have went.
But that school's been there for a long time.
Yeah.
But it's not active anymore?
no.
I don't know if it
I
is.
think it is.
You could probably just...
See, and I always thought that school that he's talking about where the bad kids were, I always thought that was across the street from Whittier. But what was that school across the street
There's
from
a
Whittier?
That used
across
to
from
be.
Whittier?
It was Whittier. That's where I went. The
Oh, so
old
that was the
school.
old Whittier, and then
Yes.
they built a new one.
Then they built the new one, but El Centro took over for a while. Was working
Oh.
out of there, but now it's just
Just sitting. And that school's pretty inside. It's all marble floors, everything but the handrail. The columns are all marble.
oh really?
Really?
Wow.
So, but you say you haven't been in there in years.
Now we need to go in there and check it out.
Right. Yeah. See what,
On the
what's
next
going
time I
on.
talk with you, I'm gonna have pictures of inside the building.
All right, all right.
We have a field trip.
There you go.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Bring your own flashlight. 'Cause I don't know.
Right.
if there's power.
Yeah, crowbar and...
Yeah.
Bring your own keys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you went to Argentine.
Yeah, I went to Argentine.
Yeah. Let me ask you, siblings? Do you have any siblings?
I have two brothers, an older brother and a younger brother.
Oh, okay. So,
And my younger brother, when we were at Harmon, my older brother graduated in 79.
okay.
I graduated in 81, and my younger brother graduated in 82.
Oh, okay.
Look, long time ago.
Yeah.
And my younger brother was in the band.
Okay.
And then I didn't play football or anything. I played basketball, but my older brother, he didn't do any. He was a manager one time, I think, for this in his senior year, but he didn't play any sports. not there. He played at Argentine. He played football.
Okay. And what'd you do at Argentine?
I played basketball at Argentine too.
Oh, did you?
In 70, I think it was 77 going into 78 that summer
Yeah.
or winter was the first year that Argentine won the Rosedale tournament with the big gold ball.
Yeah.
And I still have my medal at home. Matter of fact, it was 77.
I thought you were wearing it.
No, I will though, but it might turn my neck green though.
You can get a gold plate. I know a good place where you can take it and get a gold plate. Yeah.
Yeah, that was in 77.
Okay.
And it was kind of neat because, and what that was, like they would do a thing where the girls played basketball. Then there was I don't think there was sixth grade, but then the 7th, 8th, and 9th grade it was just like the Rosedale tournament is what they called it.
Okay,
but
yeah, they had.
I think now they've only won it one other time since we did.
Really?
Yeah. So I mean,
That might have been the year I was there. No, that isn't.
No.
Because you should have went pro, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
should have went pro.
No.
Mark, you think I should have went pro?
I could have went pro.
I think I could have went pro. Did you ever was there ever a time down you thought you could go pro? Like, I'm going to go to the league as soon as I get out of...
yeah.
Yeah.
Then I would wake up.
Yeah.
Well, you have the height compared to the area. I'll tell you that.
And see, and then like I said, in my senior year, I had the highest field goal percentage at 56.8. I'm averaged 22 a game.
Nice.
So we didn't lose any home games, and that was the first year they held the 6A tournament at Harmon.
Yeah.
And we got beat by Wichita.
Dang.
I mean, I was like, oh man, we can't even make a shot. You know what I mean? In and
Yeah.
out. It was just.
It's pretty different
I can
when
still
you're
remember it
playing.
right now.
Yeah.
Really?
It haunts me. It's just-
It's one of
Yeah.
those, and when you go to state, you play in those big arenas, though, right?
Right.
Which-
When I was a junior, we played in Wichita.
at the Shockers.
At the Shockers,
yeah.
yeah.
And they still do that.
They still
Just-
do. We went to go watch a team
Yeah,
not too long ago.
Northwest one. Did
What year was
Northwest?
that?
Oh, yeah.
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 Sure. Yeah. this
Oh,
year.
it was this year?
Yeah, we went
This
because
past-
little
oh, okay.
Jake Hopkins' son was.
Oh, yeah.
Gabe.
Yeah, Gabe.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
that was a good game too.
That was
Yeah.
a good game.
Was it?
Yeah.
You remember who they played?
They were playing. Let me think. Who was they playing? They were playing Wichita Heights, and then that's what I was telling Gabe. They got to beat them because my junior year, that's who we got beat by was Wichita, and so Gabe and them did beat them.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
The revenge 50 years in the making.
yeah. It took me. I couldn't do it, but somebody did it.
Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty cool. Now, do you remember? You knew my cousins Robert, Tony, and Joe Garcia.
Yeah,
They live right there on 15th
yeah. Robert.
Street.
I think Robert was in my brother Kenny's grade.
Okay.
I think Robert was. Is Robert the one that does the grass?
Yes.
Yeah, I think Robert was in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lunker. Yeah.
Yep, I think Robert was in my brother Kenny's grade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when we were in Argentine.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we all played ball down there at Clopper Field.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Robert and all them.
Basketball?
No, down there, remember down at Clopper?
Yeah. Oh, so you were a softball player too then?
Yeah, I played softball. And then when we was just kids, we would all get together down there and just play when no one would be on the
Oh,
field.
okay.
Oh, just pick
Okay.
up.
Yeah, just pick up a game and play.
Yeah. Did you play Little League baseball?
Yeah, we played over at 3-2 over off, what is that, Parallel?
Yeah. I don't know if it's. I don't even think it's there anymore. It was like down in the hole.
Down in that hole.
Oh,
We
yeah.
I don't
played
think that
with,
field's in there anymore.
there used to be a company that did heating and cooling. What was the name of it? It was right there on 18th Street also. And then then when I was like in the 9th grade, we played for the Shopper, sponsored us. And then that's when we played like Rosedale Optimus and all of
It's
them.
crazy that team was around even when I was playing Little League.
Yeah, the Wranglers. I remember the Wranglers. The David and all of
Oh,
them.
yeah.
So there was always one of the Wranglers on the teams when we were playing them.
Yeah. So you knew Drew.
Yeah,
Drew,
and Richard.
Oh, Richard. Yeah. Did
Because
you
I
ever-
think Richard was in my brother Joe's grade, and Andrew was in my grade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I think Chris was in Kenny's grade.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Yeah.
So we were all together.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I remember. I want to say I remember you guys, because I lived right across the street from Robert.
Yeah.
There on 15th Street.
Yeah.
So I think I would see you guys. I'd
Yeah.
say, here comes all these guys that look like Ric Flair, had that long blonde hair. And, yeah.
Yeah, that was the days.
Yeah. Right. Do you used to drive the Impala? Do you have an Impala?
Yeah, I still have one.
You saw?
Yeah. I have it. My son told me to bring it to a car show
Yeah.
at the farmer's market. Dad, it ain't going to rain. It ain't going to rain. I said, if it's going to rain, I ain't going to bring it.
Yeah.
And they didn't forecast rain. As soon as we got there, we weren't there 5 minutes, and it started raining.
Oh.
And I was
Convertible?
just looking at him. Yeah, I said, it's not going to rain, son. Yeah.
You guys go cruising in the vehicle?
Sometimes we do.
I mean, we need to drive it more often. We say that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, my brother-in-law across the street, he has one as well. He didn't take it out at all this past summer.
You know what? It's hard to, with the grandkids, the free time you had to go do that. Now, Dad, can you watch the baby? Dad, can you do this? I mean, so the time I had to do that,
Yeah, now it's
kind of occupied.
That's when you put
Dad
the
can-
car seat in the Impala and you go cruising.
But there's no seatbelts, so
Yeah, you'll
you just
figure it
hold
out.
on.
I
Just
know, you're just-
duct tape.
But look, we didn't have no car seat. You know,
Yeah,
just
right.
sit still.
Right. Sit still.
Yeah, just sit still.
That's funny.
Times
You're
have
going a
changed.
smooth limit. It's not like you're going so fast.
'Cause
or
my dad
nothing.
can reach you too. He was just an arm length away.
Dang, but no, you didn't have any sisters.
No, just two brothers.
And then you guys had the two boys.
And my brother Joe has two boys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Woo, all boys.
all boys.
You guys ever wish you had a girl?
Well, that's why she's her favorite in it.
Right.
Yeah,
granddaughter.
Yeah.
Rose.
My nephew said that that's their favorite aunt. Well, that's their only
Yeah.
aunt.
Only
That's funny. That's why she's
Yeah.
the favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did you have did you play any instruments? Did you or
No.
just your brother?
No, yeah, just my brother.
Yeah.
He played the drums. Then I think one year he did the cymbals. I think that's about all he did.
He played like the tritoms.
He played the
I remember
tritoms.
him playing the three.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Just percussions. It was,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not one time you said, "Oh, I want to try that."
No.
Not,
No, because all him banging at home, I was like, no, that was enough for me.
Murray, you're part of the marching band, right?
I was going to say, she just busted out with the word that I've never heard. Tritons? What'd you say?
The tritom.
Tritoms.
It's something you do
I
in
had no
track.
idea.
Yeah, it's like the three.
Yeah.
The three.
Like the
Okay.
triathlon, see?
But what was good though when we was playing basketball, because he was in the band, so if I did something, I got a little something extra.
Oh yeah, you knew that was a shout out.
Nice.
That was nice.
But what'd you do in the band?
Yeah,
you were
so I did the marching
fly
band.
girl or flower
No,
girl.
heck
Or what do they
no.
call it?
With the long
Flag-
boots. No, what was the one with the
Flag.
long boots?
Yeah, it was
Flag
a flag
girl.
girl.
No, that wasn't
Well, the
me.
dancing dolls.
Heck
There you
no.
go. Yeah, the dancing dolls.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't a doll. No, I just did the saxophone. I think I played the saxophone, the trumpet.
Oh, nice.
And then I was in jazz band and played the French horn and
All about
So,
the
yeah.
brass.
yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay.
I will say the French horn has got the sweetest hollow sound. Like, you know what I'm saying? If I had to pick any instrument to play, well, it does. It does. Well, it does. But yeah, no, I like band. Yeah.
So if I told you I had a trumpet back here, would you play for us?
I could try.
That'd be
wet your whistle a little there to get it prepared.
yeah. Okay.
So what year was that implemented, that song, the We Are Harmon Hawks? Or
That was there when
We're
I was
here,
there.
Harmon
we're here. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you guys all did
so
that
Mr.
too.
Daniels.
Yeah, Mr.
Yeah.
Daniels.
brought that.
Yeah.
That was a fan favorite when we were at the reunion a couple years back. Everyone was talking about Mr. Daniels at the time.
I think everybody knew Mr.
Yeah,
Daniels.
because we'd start playing that as a marching band from the high school, and then we'd march up
See,
to
that's
the
what I
field.
used to
so
like when I was in
they could hear us coming.
Argentine, and I couldn't wait to go to high school. And I wasn't in the band, but I would like go. My mom would let me go watch the games on Friday, and how they would start down there, coming right out of the band room, and march and play it all the way to the stadium.
Good thing they didn't have to start at Argentina.
Yeah, right. And that song,
Up the hill.
Yeah,
That
everyone's
song was-
tired up the hill playing.
Yeah.
that song was just
I
that
might
song
have been in band if that was the case.
that song was just cool because it was
was.
literally
It got you going. Yeah, it got you
it
pumped up.
everybody going.
Yeah,
And then
Is it still going today?
I think they still try. They
Oh,
still
okay.
try to bring it out. And I think I went to a basketball game. It was before COVID. I think it was 2019 when Harmon was pretty good at basketball. And well, it was sad because there was only like maybe 20 members in the band.
yeah. There used to be a line of them.
Right, and then so the band would try to play it, and I'd be like, okay,
Just
well,
not
they're
the
trying.
same.
It's just it
Yeah.
just didn't have that oomph to it, like
Right.
when we were back there in high school.
Right.
And of course, that was a song that
I
Mr.
like how he
Daniels-
throws it like how we did it. Well,
Yeah.
You weren't in the band. You were in the bleachers.
I was next to the band.
Yeah, I'm waiting on the band.
Yeah. No, but no, those are cool times.
They didn't need a harmonica.
Yeah, I know. Right? Anybody play the harmonica?
No,
No.
I like the
Is there a story about their harmonica? You
No.
She look at me.
Really looked at like I thought, Donnie, you got rid of your pocket.
I wish I could
No,
play harmonica.
no.
Right, me too. I say
Yeah.
I'm gonna try it tonight. I practiced for a good maybe 2 weeks on YouTube. I was just using YouTube, and I was, just play the blues.
Right.
I play the blues. That'd be cool.
See, you have to do like my friend when
Yeah.
he says he plays the blues.
Yeah.
The more you drink, the better he's going to sound. Or the more they drink, the better he'll sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah. Favorite teachers?
No, like I said, I like Mr. Kitchen
Yeah. So at Argentine, but
down at Argentine, but at Harmon,
Mr. Amy, I remember Mr. Amy. I like
Yeah.
Mr. Amy.
Amy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was.
he was something else.
He
You
told
want a
me.
fave?
He told me, he said, one day you will own your own business. That's what he told me. It never happened. Maybe he told you the same thing, right?
No, he didn't tell me that.
No. But Mr. Amy was government.
Yes. she
Shit,
was
Maria, I
government.
probably had you in that class too.
Probably.
Only
like
thing
that
he ever
class.
told me was to go to the office.
Donnie, go to the
Go to the office.
Yeah.
Or Mr.
Disturbing the
McLeod.
class.
Or Mr. McLeod. You remember Mr. McLeod? Did you ever have Mr. McLeod?
What did he teach?
He did the work thing where you.
Yeah, he
I
did
had
the
him.
senior work program where you
I
left
definitely
half
wasn't.
day.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't do
You
that.
didn't do
No.
that?
I was in the gym quite a bit. Yeah.
You should have got sent to Bishopore.
Right. Yeah, but then no, that's that. Yeah. Have you been in the school lately?
I haven't been in there in a long time.
Yeah, we had that 50th gala. We even set up our equipment, when I was with these guys, that's for another day. But yeah, we did a podcast there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Was there a lot of alumni?
there was, and a lot,
Really?
a lot of people that went to that school when it opened.
Oh,
There
that's
was
cool.
kids that were still going to school there now. It was really neat. It was
Did you see any from our class?
I probably
He didn't
I think
see
I
you
did.
there.
You know what I did?
We didn't see me, but
And
yeah.
I think Bernie Grado, I think he came in.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, there were some other people that
Well,
I
how
saw
about
there.
tell them about the changes that
what-
you noticed when you were there? Like no more lockers.
Oh yeah, well, the commons area. Remember how that had that carpet? It's all gone. Excuse me. Yeah, they walled it up and then made classrooms. So when you go in through the front,
Uh-huh.
because remember you would go in through the front,
And
the
you go through the
office,
lockers.
and then you could go to the lockers right to the commons area.
Right.
Right.
So that's all blocked off now.
Oh,
Those
really?
they're classrooms now.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been in there in 20 years or more.
Really?
Yeah.
Guys, need to just stop by there. You need to stop by there first before you go to that.
Before I go to my mom's, she's just right up the hill.
There you go. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because you
we
figure
haven't
as a
been in
high
there.
school, that school wasn't that big. You figure the third level or second level was just by the commons area and those photography rooms.
Yeah.
There wasn't really nothing on that landing. You know.
Yeah.
So if
The
you think
school
about
for a
it,
high
so
school wasn't that
it was
big.
really just an L.
Yeah.
It was just an L shape, and then the other third of the building was the commons area, and then
the
you had
gym.
those hallways where the band room and the art room, and
Yeah.
did you ever do auto mechanics?
Yep.
Remember they had that
The
that-
garage in the back.
Yeah, so I don't even think they use that anymore for auto
We
mechanics.
wasn't using it either though.
You had to have a car to bring.
Yeah, that was the thing though.
Yeah.
I knew a lot of people who had their own cars at that time, and they were
You could bring it in there and work on it.
yeah.
Well, that's sad they don't use that anymore.
Yeah,
That's
I don't know what they're using it. If they use it, they use it for maybe for storage. Hell, I don't
Yeah.
know. But yeah, it's very sad. They put all the old instruments that you guys left behind.
No,
You-
because I still got mine.
Do you? You should have brought it.
No, it's
No.
like stuck. One of my things is stuck.
Right.
Then she
Throw a
you
little
still
bit
have
of
the
oil in it?
violin at home.
Yeah, I still have my. Oh, and I did play the violin.
Did you play the violin
Yes,
too?
I did.
Uh-huh.
Play the
Yeah,
violin.
she we still have
Kinds
it.
of talent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I didn't. I did play. I think freshman, but then I moved to Winds once I got to Harmon. But at
okay.
Argentine, because I think Liz played in
The
orchestra
violin. Okay.
at Argentine. Yeah, because it was me and her and Mr. God, what was it? Aiken?
Mr. Akins.
Mr.
Yeah.
Akins.
Mr.
Yeah.
Clay, Mr. Clay Aiken.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
Yeah. And do you guys still hang out with friends from back in the days?
Mm-mm, I don't see
Yeah.
anybody.
No.
I see Manuel Talavera,
Okay.
and
He just retired
he
here.
just retired on Halloween.
Yeah. which is-
On Halloween. Weird.
Uh-huh.
all right.
30, I think he told me 34 years and 3 months.
Is how long he was?
And see, what's funny is how he got that job at Associated Grocer. My brother worked there, my older brother.
Okay.
And when we got laid off at Inland Cold Storage, they didn't hire family then. And Manuel said, "You think your brother can get me on?" I said, "Well, let's go talk to him." And so when the day we got laid off, we went to talk to my brother, and he got Manuel on.
Yeah.
And Manuel stayed till 34 years.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
I told him he owes me a little something.
Man. And it's cool to hear stories like that. 34 years. I just celebrated my 35th year at my job.
A long time.
And I still got another maybe 10, 15 years until I retire.
Well, see, my brother Joe was there since he graduated in 79.
Mm-hmm.
He started working there right when he turned 18 because he was 17 when he graduated. He was there 44 years and got disability because of his back and got penalized because they said he retired too early because of the numbers. How you been there 44 years?
I know.
And you get penalized.
And you get penalized.
What?
Man.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They said because of his age and the numbers of service. Well, what happened 30 and out?
Yeah, he should have reached that a long time ago,
Yeah,
right?
he's at 44. They said, well, we're going to have to penalize you. You're leaving early.
Dang. Well, maybe back then it wasn't 30
And then he
years.
just, how long has it been now for him? 3 years maybe?
Yeah. About 3 years.
That's crazy.
Huh. Well, are you guys looking forward to retirement?
Every morning.
I know, right?
Speaking of, do you guys remember your first job, your first paying job?
Circle B.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, just right down the street from Mom's.
Yeah.
I think I used to make, I only made like $22 a week. I think I only made like $1.75 an hour. but I made up for it in the candy I was stealing.
And then were you selling the candy?
Yeah, I was selling the candy too. Tell to my brothers, my friends, what you want? What you want? I get it tonight.
Got the hiccup, yeah.
But I think my check would only be $22.
Right.
But like you said, I'm at home. I'm in the 7th grade.
Yeah.
What money do you need?
Yep.
Dang, you were in the 7th grade working?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know how far $22 got you.
Shoot.
Probably a lot back then.
Yeah, because you
Back
figure,
then.
because then when we go to Indian Springs and go to Athlete's Foot and buy some tennis shoes, or down to the Center Sports, the Pro Kids was like $9.
Yeah. The Center Sports by Safeway?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
That's where I used to get my hats.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Back there in the
That's
corner?
right. Yeah.
Topsies. Remember Topsies was down there too?
Yeah.
I think
forgot
the
about
Pro
that.
Kids was 7 and the Chuck Taylors were 9.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow. Chuck
That's
Taylors.
crazy.
Yeah. Now what do Chuck Taylors cost you now? $50?
Should probably more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At
The
least.
canvas, they're all canvas, right?
Yeah.
Those.
Remember they had the blue toe on them if they was weighted?
No.
You see, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to have the canvas ones, and if the toe on it was blue, the shoes were weighted.
Yeah.
And everybody thought, well, I can
So,
jump higher. Now
you know-
I've been wearing them all day.
Funny story. I don't know if I told this story, but so my dad owned a pair of Chuck Taylors, right? And they were clean. He didn't wear them, and we happened to wear the same size. And it was my freshman year, and I needed shoes to try out because I didn't want to use the ones the ones I was wearing, I was using them for school and using them for the playground and play outside.
Beat up.
So I asked my dad, "Can I use your?" You know, he's like, "You gonna tear them up?" I said, "Dad, I want to try out." And long story short, I tore them up. They just started to fall apart.
Right.
Because he had them for so long. They were canvas, and then, you know,
Those
he
were worth
was
money.
so pissed. I
You had them today, those would be worth money.
I mean,
Yeah.
literally, the canvas just ripped on
Right.
where
Right where the
sole-
rubber.
Yeah, it just ripped, and I was like, "I'm sorry."
You know,
man."
you had them a long
But-
time where your little toe was. It already kind of wore through.
Yeah.
You know, you had them for a while.
I was like, but Dad, look at the bright side. I made the team.
Right.
Yeah, but look what you did to my damn shoes.
Well, you figure too on the back of the shoes. Remember, then it had Chuck Taylor wrote on
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Now I think it just has the star on it.
Oh, yeah.
But it used to say Chuck Taylor on them.
You should look up how much those could have been worth.
Yeah.
Well, they were ripped, so.
Yeah, I mean, before.
I jacked them all up.
You was making moves in them that your dad wasn't.
Yeah, apparently, yeah, because he would wear them. He would wear them to play volleyball down at the parish house. Remember the parish house? Matter of fact, I just saw somebody. You remember Jeff Miles?
Someone had posted that thing about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen
Yeah,
that.
I think it was Jeff Miles who posted a picture of it. I have not.
It said a museum or something.
Yeah, I have not seen it in a long time, and it took me back because when my dad and his brothers used to play volleyball there,
Yeah.
just running around at the very top, you know, there was like a
Joseph
So it
Gurr
was a
being there
picture of
hollering.
the old parish
The
house.
old
Right,
parish house.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, there was
Yeah.
a running track.
Yeah, there was
up on top?
there was like that's where the bleachers, kind of like just like stairs.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you could walk around, but it wasn't like now where they make a track.
Uh-huh.
It was where people would stand
Or you could
sit
set a
to
few-
watch. Yeah, you can
Oh.
sit or stand, watch down there.
Yeah.
Down into the gym.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, the parish house.
Wasn't there a
remember
boxing something there
And
too?
down in the
Downstairs,
basement.
yeah, downstairs.
There was a
Which-
downstairs. I can't even visualize.
Which
it
Tony
looks like.
Tony
Tony
Schiavone,
Schiavone.
yeah, he came out of there.
See, then there was the boxing, and then all them ping pong tables were down there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it. I don't remember the ping. I just remember the boxing,
Yeah,
the ring and the bags and
yeah.
stuff like that.
So was it a place for kids to hang out, or was it
We
more of an
did.
adult
No,
and family type?
The kids played on Saturdays. I used to referee in there.
Did
the
you?
Younger kids played on Saturdays, and then they held the leagues, the men leagues, during the week. But the boxing was every day, I think, because Tony Schiavone and them were there every day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I actually thought about see if he would like to come on and talk. My dad was a big fan. I remember he fought Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah.
He got beat up too.
How old would he be now?
I know. Is he a local?
Yeah. He actually with Leo knows him. Your uncle
Oh.
Leo, because during you know how they do the boxing thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Brother-in-law has a gym,
Yeah.
and when they would, this was at the time when Leo was with John Brown
Oh, okay.
down in Turner, the Turner Boxing Club,
Right.
and Tony Schiavone would be a guest ref or a scorekeeper or judge.
again, how old would he be now?
Right now, you figure
He'd probably be 80.
he might be more than that. 'Cause you figure I'm
Oh, shit.
62. So you figure, well, let's say when I was down there, I was probably maybe 16. He might have been late 20s. So he's probably in his mid 80s, I would say.
Okay.
Okay. That part where
Oh,
I say he
wow.
got beat up, we'll have to edit that out because I want him on my show.
Right.
So did he go to school then around here?
I believe so. He's yeah. I don't know where. That's what I
Yeah.
need to find out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause remember Joe Segura, he was, I would go in there just to talk to Joe.
Yeah.
Joe, when he got that old cigar in his mouth, never did light it.
Yeah. Right. He just chew on
Chew
it.
on it.
What's the line?
Sig a cigar from Macuba Cabal. I just bite it just for the look. I don't light it. Yeah.
That's it.
That's what Will Smith said in one of
Yeah.
his songs. Yeah. Which
Yep.
yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Do you remember the Parish House?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. But I don't remember what we did when we went down there. Like, I don't remember like actually playing like
Yeah.
volleyball or basketball. I don't know if it was just kind of a place that we hung out.
Well, remember then they had the stage up there. They used to do different little things like with the Hispanic things.
That's
They
right,
would do
yeah.
different things
Yeah.
on that stage.
Wow. There's
Yeah.
been a transformation. I can't even imagine what it
Yeah.
used to look like.
There's got to be some pictures of
Huh.
what it used to look like or something.
That's
We'd have to
interesting.
find that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Even
it looked the
Armadale.
same.
I do remember Armadale.
The Armadale Community
yeah,
Center?
Yeah, Mary Kay.
Oh,
Remember we
yeah.
used to
Her?
play volleyball down there. Yeah,
Yeah.
she was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was mean.
Yeah, she
And
was
very
mean.
mean.
She could
Yeah.
be mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so going back to speaking of jobs, let's get into the M&D's Family Recipes food truck. How are we doing there?
Good. I mean, like I
Yeah.
said, I think we're more of just the weekend thing with the food truck.
Okay.
We for about what was it? Probably a year. We did the food truck through the summer, and that was kind of crazy.
But
you
but
know.
it was a learning experience.
Yeah.
I mean, it was good. It was long, but there's so many things that you don't realize that goes on, or
Uh-huh.
to even with the customers or.
Well, just all the logistics, like all the where you're going to park and like all the licenses and the permits and the do's and don'ts, the food truck. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it, more than I thought. I mean,
A whole
because like I just seen like the reality show where they had food trucks on there, and I was like, oh, that looks cool. That would be fun. But there is a lot that goes into it. So
Time, a lot of time.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So-
how long have you guys have had that?
Is this the third or fourth year?
this is the third year.
Third year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we've learned a lot, and I will say it's a hustle.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. It's a
Yeah,
hustle.
you got to go chase it.
You have to go
Yeah.
find it, because it's not like it used to be. Like even 5-7 years ago, there's a lot of trucks. I mean, there's a lot of trucks.
It's a big
out there.
business now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why I can't understand is I remember a few years back when like They didn't want to have food trucks out because then you didn't have. So then they didn't follow the same rules as if you were in a restaurant. Or,
Right. And now
it's like everybody has one.
And not everybody is obeying the rules.
Oh.
So it makes it harder on.
Yes.
Because there's so much money. It's really now, it's money. When you go to this county, we need to get paid. You go to this county, and then you need the fire suppressant in it now. At first you didn't. Well, then now you do.
Yeah.
That's $3,800. And I guess they stopped a lot of trucks up on Central and ticketed them people because they don't have them. And really, I mean, if one should have them, they all should have them.
Right.
So, but it's just sad because it's just a way to get money.
It's a money business for them, like the cities and the counties, because if you don't have your paperwork, you're going to get fined. And then, like, you got to shut down. I mean, they'll make you
shut down right there.
Pack up and leave. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We never have. They've always, the inspectors came on, always told us, you guys haven't been very busy. It looks like nobody's been in here. We're like, no, we're in here every month. And he said, I have never seen one this clean.
Really?
But that's what people don't understand. After we get done doing something, when we go home, it takes about 3 hours to clean it back out.
Clean it back up. Yeah, like I'm on my knees cleaning the floor. Because the last thing because I've looked in some food trucks and I'm like, oh.
Right.
I'm like,
Just start laying down some carpet or cardboard.
Well, but you see, but on the carpet, you figure, especially when the fryer's going, it's a whole new game when you're using the fryer.
Bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the grease in the air. But like I said, and one part of it, the prepping's hard, but the work in the truck is fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it
the
can be
actual
fun.
serving the people
Yeah.
and like all the different people that come
Meeting
up to the
people.
truck. Oh yeah, that's very entertaining. I mean, that could be. It's almost
Meeting people and then people that you know and reunite with,
Yeah.
Right. And see, with the truck being said, the tamales are really, we have just as many people, new people, that have had them on the truck.
Yeah,
And-
because that's the specialty on the truck. We always have tamales on the truck, and like just depending on the event, sometimes, I mean, you've seen our truck, so it doesn't have like anything that says it's Mexican or American or
Right.
Italian
Yeah.
or what.
Yeah.
Okay, so we did it that way because we found out that there's a lot of events where they may be over absorbed with Mexican trucks. So then we basically switch it up, and like Donnie can make a killer smash burger, so we'll do American, and so we'll do
barbecue.
our barbecue or whatever. But so we're able to change it up if we need to according to the event. So
Okay.
it works out. Yeah.
So depending on where you're going to pop up or what event you go to, that's what you're going. You know what you're going to
Right.
make.
The
So
menu.
Well, see, now
Right.
we've been out and the word has gotten out, so now they're calling us. So now we can pick and choose
Cool.
where we want to go instead of
That's awesome.
let's go try and see if this will work.
Right.
Now we have people that we have to turn down because we're already booked that day.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah.
it's gotten real well for us.
Yeah. You haven't said, Murray, maybe we need to get a second truck.
No.
It's too much work.
Gotta get the boys involved. What do you think?
Yeah.
No.
Second
Yeah.
generation.
Hey, look, they can't work with Pops. He's too cranky.
Yeah. But no, it's fun, but people don't realize that. Okay, like people have made comments. Oh, like, that was an easy $1,500 or whatever, for 2 hours. But you didn't see the 24 hours that we busted to prep,
Right.
I mean, everything,
Yeah.
cooking, and then the 3 hours afterwards to clean it
Clean
back
it up.
up. So it's a lot. Yeah, they see that little time window
window.
of 2 hours,
Right.
but no, there's a lot that goes on
Yeah, I
before
think
and after.
You guys might have to look into a cleaning crew.
You know what? They have people
They
that
do
do
have
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get clean trucks.
Yeah.
Get
And
ready to start our own business, Sam. We could.
I'm
clean
gonna tell you
trucks.
what, and they make money because
Yeah.
Yeah.
because before the thing like the hood unit on it, every year they inspect it, and if there's oil and stuff up in there, they decline it. So it's mandatory. If you don't do it yourself, you're gonna have to pay someone to do it,
Right.
because if not, you're not gonna get the license.
Oh wow.
So that's kind of the edge that the cleaning place has over everyone, because if it's not right, the fire department, he's not clearing it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
And then you have to-
go through inspections and
Yeah,
stuff
you have
like
to go through inspections.
Do they
but
just
like you
pop
said-
up?
Yeah,
Like OSHA.
First they come, and you have the sticker on the window. But at these different events you go to, he'll just walk onto. We always keep the door like he'll
Lock
just
the
walk
door, lock
right
the
in.
door. Yeah, because they can just walk right in. I mean,
So you kind of know who they are. You see them, and you be
now
like,
we do.
I mean,
But at
it
first
just
we
depends
didn't.
on when you go to Missouri. When we go to Missouri, we don't recognize like Clay
Yeah.
County and Cass County, the people that
Or
are
they
there.
might order food from you, just regular clothes, and then walk up in the truck.
sheesh.
Yeah,
Because then he wants to see how did you
yeah.
Did
your
you have gloves on, or-
Did you-
Really?
Yeah.
or is the griddle clean, or is the refrigerator on? So they purchase the food,
Yeah.
and then he comes on.
wow,
I'm like,
that's crazy.
yeah.
yeah,
So
I ain't
that
gonna say
was-
what I.
So that was a big learning curve for
It
you
is,
guys.
that's what I'm saying.
Very, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We learned a lot in the first 6 months, kind of the do's and the don'ts. And
Because the person handling the money can't handle the food.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why when you see one person in the truck, well,
You're
hold
like,
on now. He's
How does that work?
Yeah,
Yeah,
how's
yeah.
that working for him? But you're not supposed to, because if you're handling the money, you can't handle the food.
Yeah,
So whose hustle was this? Whose dream was
yeah.
this?
Who? What was?
What?
Let me. Okay, or the inspiration. What was?
well, it was actually just a dumb reality show that I seen about food trucks, huh?
I know you mentioned that, yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that looks like that'd be really fun. But they didn't show like everything
Yes.
that it takes.
Right.
And I mean, just like, and I was telling Mario, I mean, just like the marketing part of it,
Yeah.
you know, like the social media is huge. And so we put stuff out there and people follow you. So I had to get better at social media and, you know, putting the truck information, this is what we'll be.
Okay.
And we did get to where we get certain followers and they will, okay, are you Mexican or American? You know, because, you know, they came before. We've had a few customers come and they're like, you don't have any tamales? Because like, what is that? The Sound Bites that's out there at 87th and 435, that new complex that they put out there.
It's nice.
It's real nice. 87th Street and 435. But they've even got like a little courtyard
Yes.
and stuff.
Yes.
Is that where
Yes.
the pool is? The
new
aquatic-
Shawnee Mission Aquatic
aquatic
Center. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's just right down the street. Well,
Okay.
during the summertime, they do every Friday night where they bring in like local bands. It's like a big thing.
Yes.
And it's actually a really good time. Well, we started their season this year right around Cinco de Mayo. We was there on I think the Friday before. And because there was a Mexican restaurant opening up inside of there,
We were right in front of the window.
we had to switch up our menu. So we had to do smash burgers, and I think we did pulled pork sandwiches and
Onion rings,
onion
fries.
rings, yeah. But there was a few customers that came up to the window, was like, "You don't have tamales?" And we're like, "No, not," you know. And so they
Go to
were,
the Mexican restaurant, see if
Yeah,
they have
yeah.
any.
I don't even think they did.
yeah, I don't know if they did or not, but yeah.
Yeah.
But so, I don't know.
But these are people who knew that you guys do make the tamales.
yeah, yeah, they
and
had
you
gotten
just
them off
didn't
the
have-
truck.
Yeah, before, or somebody
Yeah.
said something.
And so then, from then on, when I posted anything on Facebook, I would put American menu
Specifically, yeah.
Donnie's cooking the grill, Donnie's on the grill,
Yeah.
or whatever,
Yeah.
so they would know. But yeah, we got some followers, and we got quite a bit business, just new business for
That's cool.
tamales. Yeah,
But if you grow, that means you have to add more employees or more people
Yeah,
for
because
the
you just work yourself to death.
right. So is it just you two right now?
and my dad helps. My dad,
Yeah.
he officially he retired from it. That's kind of how we took over.
Okay.
Oh,
Because it was the last year that he did it. Was it 2021? I think
Probably.
we did it, and it was like the smoothest year during Christmas that he ever had with the tamales. Because like sometimes they cooked like 30 dozen extra, and like it was just so it was the smoothest year he ever had. And me and Donnie helped him, and so that's when he approached Donnie and asked Donnie if he would be willing to take over the business.
oh, so
'Cause
your
he was
dad
done.
had a business?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're the ones that started it. They were like what they called the M&M. They were the Margie and Manuel. Because really, we've been making them since '85, and it just started out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it just started out as a small family thing where it was really for us just to make money. Because you know, I remember cleaning the oil house on Saturday morning, and like the hairs would be all itchy all day long. But so we started making them really young. So,
Oh, okay.
So you and your siblings, everybody would help out. Right?
Everybody would help out when we was younger. That was just kind of our extra change to go buy whatever, our Nikes or Calvin Klein jeans or whatever. Yeah. And then
Your Jordache.
yeah, our Jordache. There you go.
What is Swatch watches?
My Swatch watch. I did have a lot of Swatch watches.
Did you?
Yeah,
She still does.
I still do. I still got a few of them. Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
But yeah, so then once I guess my dad seen us, and I kind of was the one that I was, kind of with having a daughter. Me and my mom were really close, so I was always there. So like, if my mom and dad were bickering, my mom wouldn't make the mole for him. My dad would call me, Marie, can you come over and make the mole? My mom's not talking to me, and so like
That's funny.
I knew the recipe. So then when my dad approached Donnie, because that's when he was just driving privately, he had a lot of time. Hey, do you guys want to take it over? Because I'm done. And Donnie was like, well, I can't do it without Marie. I mean, because I knew all the recipes.
Yeah.
And
They didn't have a food truck, did they?
No, they
They had their little spot.
store. Yeah.
Yeah, brick and mortar. They have a building right there. Remember where the castle is?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what.
yeah.
Remember what I was telling you? Sam?
Mm-hmm.
The Klinkenbeards live
Right
Right
across
across the
street.
street.
Yeah, where
Yeah.
Sam and Sean grew
Yep.
up. Yeah.
Right across the street. So they have that building, and then because it used to be a trailer park right there.
Oh, really?
My mom and dad brought that piece of property,
Okay.
and that store was always there. It was a store, a little
convenience
store, and then I think they even made burgers out of there at one
I
time.
don't
But anyway,
remember.
So it had a kitchen.
yes, it had a kitchen.
Okay.
So they tore down the trailers, and my parents actually built a new house right there. So they live right there. So their house is right there on one corner. There's like a parking lot, and then the brick building where we make the tamales is right there. So my dad, like I said, he won't ever get away with it. He won't get away from it. I mean,
He
he's
wants to
got to
make
be
sure
doing something.
everything's
So,
still
let me-
right, too.
Let me ask this. So they have a house there right now.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
So the house that you grew up in on Steel Road is no longer your guys' house.
No,
Oh, see,
no,
I
they sold. Yeah, no,
I
they.
thought it was still a part of the family.
They sold that. Well, no, what they did is my sister bought it from my mom and dad.
Yeah.
My
Okay.
older sister, when she came back from the military,
Uh-huh.
her and her family bought it from my mom and dad, and then that's when my mom and dad decided to build the house on Shawnee Road. Yeah. So, and then it worked out perfect because then that was the building that they was making tamales out of. So, so my mom and dad, they just walk across the parking lot.
Yeah.
Right.
And earlier, because we was working, I had to call Dad. Hey, Dad, can you put some tamales on? I need a half a dozen this, half a dozen,
Okay, so you guys are still using that building.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yes,
okay.
because it's got a commercial kitchen in it. I mean,
so that's what you guys
it's
cook out
already
of.
laid out. Yeah.
That's nice.
That's
So
nice.
yeah, and
It makes it easy.
and it's
Yeah.
we have to get it inspected. So that's another thing. We got to get it inspected. We got to get the food truck inspected. So it's a lot.
So there's a whole process.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, no, they help us, and then occasionally like Dominic will come over and help.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you're barbecuing and hamburgers and stuff you do there at that kitchen as well?
Usually I do the barbecue at home. My
okay.
smokers are at home. And then we'll, as they let them sit, then we'll take them to the store to
Like
pull
all
the
the
pork
prep.
or, yeah.
The prep part of it,
okay.
like-
But as far as that, because I don't like to drag everything over there. I just do it at home.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So have you always been into food and cooking and things like
my
that?
grandpa,
Or
when we was
just-
younger, my grandpa owned a barbecue, and my mom worked
Oh,
there
okay.
when we were little. And so the sauce part of it is my grandpa's, their recipe. And see, my grandpa used to work for Quick's, where at the bottom of the hill, now is it that gun place still?
I don't know if it's still.
But my grandpa used to
Marion
work
Lane.
there, and then my uncles and all of them worked for Rosedale Barbecue.
Oh,
So,
okay.
and then over off Holiday Drive, back by where the caves are, my grandpa had a barbecue building right there.
Wow.
And when
okay.
we was little, we would go and he'd make us big old pots of fries and everything
Yeah.
when we was kids. Look, that's what cholesterol messed up now. But yeah, so we've always been around food
Okay.
on that part. Yeah.
Okay, so it's a mix of two different
Yeah.
cultures, though, that you
Yeah.
guys are. Okay,
If
sweet.
one don't work, we try the other one.
Yeah. Okay.
So as far as equipment, I mean, like you have pretty much everything from fryers to the
Everything.
smokers
Yeah.
to the griddle.
The griddle.
Griddle. Yeah, there's like a full freezer.
The big ollas for the tamales.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are big pans,
Yeah.
big steaming pans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we kind of those kind of got inherited. Or I should
Yeah.
say my dad kind of.
Yeah.
We still use
Yeah.
all his pans and all his So
Yeah, here for a while I was storing my mom's. My mom, they would make tamales with my grandmother back in the days, and so
And we've tried a couple times with mom.
yeah, we tried, and last year was just kind of.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it was something else. And of course, my daughter loves tamales, so she's going to be happy that she was happy that you were able to bring some. She took them, and I'm sure she probably shared them with her roommates.
Yeah.
good.
But I was like, I know you're not taking the whole dozen. And I said, we have some coming during the middle of the week, so she's excited to come home and have more tamales.
Yeah.
We thank you so much.
No,
for
no,
that.
thank you.
But yeah, you're right. It is a lot of work on the
It is.
tamales.
It
so then,
is.
is it just you? Well, your dad. So the
Yeah.
three of you, really?
Yeah.
Well, then
So,
last
but
year,
we got a system though. I mean,
You
like,
do? Okay.
Like I was a pretty good spreader. Like I
Yeah.
could spread like 20 pounds of masa in like 15 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I mean, I can feel it now. But
Yeah.
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 That corporate tunnel is going to
Oh,
kick
boy,
in. You
yeah.
better
that's
be
where I'm
careful.
at.
Are you?
Yeah. So
They said,
yeah, but
what
we
are you
got a
doing now?
system.
I'm just stretching my hands right now.
Yeah. So, but it's mainly me and Donnie. But we kind of plan our days now. Well, we give it a couple hours in the evening.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
We just kind of do a little bit every day.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Yeah. So.
If you guys ever need any help, call Sandy.
Sandy,
She-
call Sandy,
Yeah.
call Sandy.
I can learn to spread.
Well,
Yeah.
Well, I understand.
You know what? And that's probably the hardest part because if you don't get that right, the rest of it don't go together.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So Donnie, so you've learned
Yeah.
a lot about the tamales,
Yeah.
how the process works.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, did you have tamales back in the day? Do you remember?
No.
No.
Not even at the Televeras or anything.
Well, yeah, sometimes Manuel's mom and them would have them during the
Yeah,
holidays.
Mr. T. Yeah.
And then look, and then when we was at my mom's, you figure we all white up on the hill, so some high power tamales wasn't too bad. But as far as to actually have them, it's funny because when I first had them, I was like, Manuel was like, "You ever have one?" I was like, "This is when we're probably in the 7th grade." I'm thinking like, "Dang, do I eat the whole thing?" Or,
Right.
I'm trying to wait for somebody else to make a move, so I know what I need to do.
Yeah. Yeah. The husk. I mean, some people don't know that you're
What
not
about who did
supposed
they
to.
say ate it not too long ago somewhere?
I don't remember.
They were saying that they was like, "That was good." They were like, "Well, what'd you do with the husk?"
Oh yeah, who
I
was
ate it
telling
all.
us that?
I forget who told us that.
Yeah, and you'll hear those stories. I've heard quite just here recently. Somebody was telling me, "Yeah, I ate the husk, and I didn't know you weren't supposed to eat it."
Like I said, I'm not gonna lie. The first time I did, I was
Yeah.
like, I was just trying to play like, who's gonna eat? Who's gonna get into this first?
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause I sure
Yeah,
didn't know.
And then, do you eat it with the fork, or do you
Yeah.
squeeze it up like a? You know, how do you eat
Like one of
these
those little push-ups.
There you go. Yeah, you know, how are these things eat? Yeah, but that's cool. That's cool that you guys are doing it. What's the menu look like? As far I know you said you go to a different spot, but what are some of the things that you have on your truck? That hopefully maybe one of our listeners or viewers will say,
Yeah.
"Oh, you know, I
You can explain the American side. Not the
On the American side, I usually do like pulled pork. You can do with ribs. Then I'd make my
Ribs,
own baked
too, yeah.
beans.
okay."
And then if I do the baked beans, Marie would sometimes make the potato salad. So, I mean, it's all homemade.
So you do the beans and she does the frijoles.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what-
Right.
Yeah. Look, I'm gonna smoke mine, and she fries.
There
hers.
you go. Yeah. Yeah.
But and that's pretty much it. And then, like I said, with fries, onion rings.
Okay.
Sometimes we would do the sausage. What's the place we get the sausage from?
Oh, Peter Mays.
Peter Mays. They
Missouri.
make their own kielbasa. I mean, very good. I have to bring you some. And he turned me on to some of the coleslaw that they use, and we've done that before on the truck, and people loved it. You know, it's just another little building like her dad had. It's just down off of
Got a hole in the wall.
435 and Independence Avenue, I think that is. But this guy he even smoked us a ham. It's a wonder he'll be calling us. He smokes hams for the holidays too, in this smoker where they're doing the kielbasa. I mean, I had to bring you some. It's unbelievable just to
Really?
explain it.
Yeah.
And it's all they've been doing it for 70 years. Yeah, all by hand.
Wow.
And it's good. So we've used that before. Try to keep it kind of simple because if you give them too much to choose from,
Yeah.
especially with barbecue. I mean, you want to sell out because what are you going to do with it when you're done? When you're done with them, like, okay, what are we going to do with all this?
You're right.
So you know you have to kind of just prepare. You want to sell it out,
Okay.
and a lot of people say, well, they need to have more, but what if we don't sell out? Then what are you
Yeah.
going to do with it?
With the rest of it.
Because by the law, you're supposed to get rid of it.
Is that,
So yes, I mean you don't want to be sitting with a bunch. Everything you made, now you're going to lose on this side.
yeah.
So you know the main thing is to sell out.
Yeah.
But that's when you just tell them, hey, first come, first serve.
Yeah.
Right.
You know that kind of bring the people, the stragglers, to come quicker too.
Mm-hmm.
So it works out though. I mean they know the system.
Okay.
But the barbecue side of it I like. It mixes it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then what about your side?
The Mexican. So obviously the
The
frijoles, the
tamale,
beans, yeah. So like the refried, and then I do make like the Spanish rice and the tamales, and so pork and the cheese and jalapenos usually what we always keep on the truck, and then street tacos. People are big.
Oh,
on
really?
Street tacos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and those are really easy because just like throw the tortilla on the griddle and let it warm up, and then so we do those, and then quesadillas. Those are big. We sold a lot of those.
do you throw the little bit of chicken in there?
Yeah,
quesadillas?
we can add meat. We can add
Heck
meat.
yeah.
We can add meat. But we so those quesadillas, and then what else?
The chorizo, the
I was
the
getting ready to
breakfast burritos
Oh,
go
yeah.
real
Do you
big.
guys do like breakfast burritos?
Yeah.
We killed them down at Marion Market. Like
Yeah?
we sold breakfast burritos until like 12:30. I mean, like I would literally like have like this big old bowl of chorizo and papas and stuff. And it'd be gone. It'd be gone. And it'd be 12 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, you don't want lunch? They're like, no, you got any more
Yeah,
breakfast
right,
burritos?
yeah.
So no, those two-
Brunch.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So who makes the salsa? The chile?
Me.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
me. Yeah, me. I haven't got the verde down like I want it, but the red sauce. I make my own red sauce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to ask this: any queso, any hot cheese?
Yeah, I have a recipe for some cheese that I
Do you?
do.
Like the spinach, the white.
Oh,
cheese
okay,
dip.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I'm talking about just chile con queso. I only mention it because I make a killer one that I'll have to share with you guys, and then maybe you'd be like, oh yeah, you know what?
Look, no, you can even come up on that truck.
Yeah.
You can show us. You can show
No,
us.
here's the guy you need to talk to right here. He made that.
Because I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've said this on this show, and Marcos and my nephew and said to give me shit all the time. You just need it. I want to sell it. I want to.
Well, make it some. We'll
I
buy it
have
from you and we'll put it on the
I
truck.
have my own recipe, and I make it, and we usually get invited to Super Bowl parties or something. Oh, bring your cheese though. Gotta bring the queso. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's why they invite me, which is okay. But and my son, when he was at K-State, he'd come home and, Dad, I need you to make me a crock pot of queso, nothing but queso. And so one time he's carrying it around and sharing it with everybody, and everybody's like, oh, where can we buy this? Where can we get, and
that's how it
I hate to-
starts.
Yeah.
I hate to brag about it, but
That's good.
I hear
That
it's pretty
sounds
good. And
I
there's
I
wanna
don't
try
believe
it.
you. You have to try it.
you know,
I don't
I'll make
believe
some. I'll make some.
You
for
tell
you
them,
I
guys.
don't believe you.
Yeah,
You have
yeah.
to try it.
Yeah.
What about too? How the guys have been having you make the enchiladas plates?
Oh yeah. So we just got people that come and just buy like the dozens or the half dozens of tamales, and
Yeah.
we've got one frequent customer.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey, can you make enchiladas?" And I'm like, "Well, I mean, I made them with my mom. I mean, me
Yeah.
and my mom, because she does it and I roll them, So he's like, "You think you could make me a pan of enchiladas?" And I'm like, well, I could try. I'm like, I've never made I
Right.
mean, we make a lot when we do a family
Never made it to
thing, but
sell
I
it.
never made it to sell.
Right.
And so we did the lot. That's been probably a couple months ago. I made him a pan of just
He
like
didn't
the
call
beef,
us. He
the
wants some
hamburger.
more.
What
Now
did-
that the weather's changing.
What tortilla did you use? Did you use the flour or the corn?
Corn.
Corn.
Yeah, the corn.
You ever make any with flour?
I have not.
That's something my mom and her sisters and so good flour.
Really?
Yes, see,
I mean,
like
they
the
just
flour.
look like they end up looking like burritos, but I mean, it's just a flour tortilla with, it's pretty.
Good.
Those
I'm
are
gonna
pretty
try
good
it.
too. Yeah.
Try it.
Well, let me ask you this about your tamales. I know you guys just put out an order, or so people can start ordering for the holidays, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like,
Right.
how many tamales do you guys or have made in one setting, like
Oh,
for orders or like that? Like,
we're working on them now.
So like last year. So let's just say we count like from November basically to the end of December. And I think we sold 786 dozens.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It was under 800. Yeah.
And that's all of them. That's chicken.
Yeah.
Then you make the sweet ones during
Yeah,
the
and
holidays.
that's-
Oh, do you really
Yeah,
make the
yeah,
sweet ones as
the
well with the raisins?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean,
Then
feel
she did some
free.
with pineapple.
Nah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
I'd
and
like
then
to try that
And then,
pineapple.
Yeah, Dominic was telling me the other day he stopped to get some coffee at a little place that's right across the street from Strasser's on the corner, on the other side.
Right by
of the
Holy
street.
Name.
By
On-
Holy
Like
Name.
Dagwoods?
Uh-huh.
No,
No.
on the other side.
On
Where
the
you can
other
go up the hill.
Oh, yeah.
I think they have pottery
yeah, yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
out there.
Like
Yes.
antiques, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Something, yeah, but I guess it must be Hispanic people in there because he stopped and got, I guess, some Mexican hot chocolate and some coffee, and they had an apple pie tamale in there. I'm like,
He said it was really
He
good.
said it was good. Mom.
Apple
Wow.
pie.
Yeah.
Oh,
So I don't know.
interesting.
With some
Tamale.
apple pie moonshine. Woo!
Yeah. So
pretty
yeah, so we're starting to take orders because
Yeah,
like
you know,
this-
like I was gonna say, please do. I mean, there's a camera right there. If you want to the camera, I mean, let's put it out there.
If you have a
know.
goal past 800, this is an opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So like
yeah.
so what kinds do you make
Go ahead,
for
tell
the
them
holiday? Do you get the?
So the traditional pork.
Okay.
So and like people ask, is it the shredded pork or is it the chunks of pork? Because people are like a particular, like they either want it one way or the other. So we do the chunks of pork. My mom and dad, that's the way they done them. So that's what we do. So so the traditional pork, a spicy pork, which I did bring you some of those to
okay,
try.
thank you.
The cheese and jalapeno, and then chicken, which to me kind of tastes like chicken and mole, like rolled up,
Oh, okay.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the sweet ones, which are the raisin and the cinnamon, and is that it?
Then the pineapple ones.
Oh yeah, the pineapple ones.
Okay. And
So
if
you're
you get-
dabbling in the pineapple ones now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
That
some
is
people say,
so
"Do you put
interesting.
coconut?" And I'm like, "No, I guess I can."
Coke?
Yeah, I'm like, they're like we're
oh,
getting
man.
fancy now, but yeah,
I put pineapple on chocolate chip ice cream.
really.
Man, that's so good. Sorry, just had to throw that. in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and if people want to start ordering, they can hit you guys up on.
Yeah, Facebook. We have a Facebook page. There's Donnie's phone number on there. Text, DM, message. Yeah, because once they're gone, they're gone. Like I'm not, because we've made it previously years. Like we're still making them like on the 23rd, like of December.
Wow.
I'm like, we're not gonna do
You have to
that.
draw the line.
Yeah.
If
So.
not,
And it's a whole family thing, right? When you guys are all making it, or is it just you two? That do it?
Well, it's usually just me and Donnie and my
Really?
dad, and then like the boys. They do help sometimes. So
That's for the business side. But
Yeah.
you guys,
Again, if you need help,
we got her.
yeah, look, I'm be like,
I'll help.
Sandy?
Shit, I'll
Like,
help you guys. That'd be
You
awesome.
remember when you said yeah?
You know, I'll bring the
Is Sandy
cheese.
home? Why
Yeah.
don't- She's not answering the pages.
She's not answering her pager. Yeah. That's right.
But yeah, so yeah, now we're taking orders. I already got a couple for Thanksgiving that they got on the list. So
And what's the phone number? Give them the phone number.
Yeah. please.
816-879-5655. Is that right? Yeah.
That sounds right.
okay.
And then they can find you on Facebook and
Facebook.
Instagram at M&D's Family Recipes.
Yes.
Food truck.
Yep.
Yep. I got to ask about the logo. What's up with the Bulls logo?
That was her dad's.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
and I just really got the story on that just in the last probably 6 months.
Oh,
Okay,
really?
so my dad has always had bulls. I mean, like he's like you have your stuff in here. He's got like ceramic and marble.
Oh,
bulls
so it was
and
like it's something that
turtles.
he liked.
Yeah.
A bull.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what I didn't know, because even like their old M&M that they used to have on their business cards for their tamales, and when they made them, had a bull on it.
Ah, okay.
I really never thought,
What
where it's symbolized or significance or
mean?
whatever. And so the other day, I was talking to my mom, and I said, because my mom doesn't like the bull, because she says our bull looks mean.
Oh.
I'm like, Mom, well, he's supposed to look mean. You know?
Oh, so I want to see Dad's bull too.
Oh,
Yeah.
he gets a lot of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but come to find out, I guess my dad, his dad was a Taurus. So that's where the bull came
toro.
from. Yeah. So yeah, so it's kind of like we got Grandpa. We're kind of kicking it for Grandpa too. So yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I never knew either until he told us that day.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. So hopefully put it out there and maybe we can help you guys get some orders.
Yeah.
I know you guys want more orders, right?
More
Yeah.
orders.
Yeah.
More work.
We do. Yeah. No, it's
More
fun.
mole.
There you go.
It's fun. We like it.
I told her parents when we took it over, if they wanted us to still use the M&M for Manuel and Margie,
Yeah.
I told them that we would make it for me and Marie.
Okay, there you
And
go.
when me and her dad are doing it, I tell them it's me and Manuel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Margie said, "Where did the me come from?"
Oh, that's funny.
No, that's cool. Well, I mean, as long as you guys still enjoy doing this,
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
And Grandpa always helps, and you can see that he likes it too.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because
He likes
checks
to
them
see it
He wants to
still
make sure that
going.
you're
It's
still
still
doing it
going,
right
yeah.
too.
Does it keep him young?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It does, and it's kind of cool because he'll like tell me, "Mary, you're not putting enough meat, or you're not putting enough."
Oh,
I'm
really?
like, okay,
Quit
Dad.
being stingy.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, Dad. Yeah. So I mean, but it's good because I still listen to what he says and
Right.
take that as okay. He's still, teaching me. I'm still learning. So,
Yeah. That's awesome.
I like
So, what would you say is your most popular dish in the truck? Would it be the tamales or?
I would say probably the tamale or the burritos, probably.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
It's kinda-
tamale
it's-
burritos. Yeah.
yeah.
Everybody knows and street tacos. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah.
That's pretty cool. Good stuff. Good stuff.
So stop on by, look them up, try some of their food. Sounds
Come
delicious. Yep.
Yeah. Find
Yep,
us on
that like
Facebook.
that one day that we saw you there at the Mary Marketplace.
Yeah.
We just happened to be driving by. I don't know what we were doing that day, and I was like, or you might have said something to me
Oh, I
first.
did, I
Yeah,
did,
think
yeah.
Sandy mentioned
Yeah.
it. She said, "I think Marie and Don, their trucks down there. Had to make a U-turn
Yeah.
at the Sonic and then go back."
We got to where we were down there every week. I mean, people was glad to see you there. They were like, "Are you guys just let me know when you're open? I'm not trying to rush you."
Yeah.
And it was good because on the days I wouldn't want to go, I was like, "They're probably down there, so I can't let them down." You know. So it was good that helped me get motivated that
Yeah.
someone's waiting for you.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's true.
So that made it kind of fun.
Do you guys have a favorite spot that you guys like to go to?
I liked when we went up to we did like a pilot program up at Lawrence at the campus at the
Oh.
KU campus
Uh-huh.
where they brought food trucks in, but they didn't bring them in for the kids. They brought them in for the faculty and the
Oh.
administrators. I mean, kids found us. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
they found us, but they were fun. I mean, because
They
like
were a lot
all
of
the
work.
different like kids, you can tell that were from someplace else. The
Uh-huh.
accents and yeah, so they was pretty.
that
yeah.
that was fun.
And I was surprised the young kids how they ordered tamales. I'm like, I was surprised because I'm like, I would have thought, quesadilla
Yeah.
or something,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, in fact, we sold out on tamales.
Oh.
Every week we was there, we sold out on tamales.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that was fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
And interesting too with all the different people.
Yeah.
Because like I was on the like what? Right?
That's
Say it again.
I'm like, Donnie, they're speaking English. They just got an accent.
Right. So your dad brought these tamales, or is it your mom and dad that created these tamales?
I get the story. I guess the recipe came from like my dad's grandmother, which
Oh,
I call
okay.
Granny.
Uh-huh.
It was part her recipe and part of my mom, on the Gonzalez side, her mom. So it came from two sides of their families, and I don't know how they mixed the recipe together or whatever, and that's what they got.
Okay.
What we kind of still use today, except we don't use the oil husk, the corn husk.
Oh no.
The company came out with this like it's not a wax paper, but it's
okay.
parchment
Yes, I've
paper
seen
kinda.
those. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that was like the best thing.
That cut the
could've-
time in half.
Yeah.
because you don't have to clean, you don't have to
Yeah.
soak and all that. So we use that. So it
Ah.
has evolved, I will
Uh-huh.
say, like the tamale recipe, but yeah, it's pretty much the same recipe.
Okay, so the oha is just to kind of hold it all together,
Yeah,
or was it supposed to get some kind of flavor from the oha? Or
Well, see, that's what we thought because my dad was like, "No, we can't change because it's going to change the flavor. It's going to change the taste." And so, like, we did like side by
I
side
couldn't tell.
taste tests
Uh-huh.
with one with the corn husk, the
Uh-huh.
oha, and one with the paper, and it didn't taste any different.
Oh, okay.
So then that one, my dad was like, "Okay, I guess we can go with the paper."
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
So that's really the only thing that's changed. I mean, Yeah, that's really. And what did you tell my dad? What's the saying about once we took it over?
Yeah, because some of the customers were asking Grandpa, so, I mean, are these going to be the same? You know, that now that your son-in-law and your daughter,
Oh,
They wanted to know.
And I told him, I said, well, here's what I can guarantee you: it'll be the same taste, just a new face.
there you go.
Nice.
There you
That's
go.
a T-shirt right there.
And that's what I told Marie.
Yeah.
And it was funny. They looked at Manuel and he said, "Yeah, they've been doing them long enough." He said that I don't. You won't have
Yeah.
any problem.
Do you guys have any merchandise? Have you guys made any
No,
T-shirts?
we printed some, and then, but then
We
we're
need
working
to.
on some right now.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll put you on the list. We'll put you guys on the list. Yeah.
Would love to show people
Yeah.
appetite
Yeah.
for you guys. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
cool.
We
So
need to
then
do
your
some-
dad still has a following. People that still.
Yeah, well, they call my dad and they'll ask my dad, like, okay, so do
So
they
he's
taste
the
same?
middleman.
Yeah.
So do they taste the same? And because we're related to the Perez's, so
Oh.
like with the Perez tortillas.
Yeah.
So like Jesse
Oh, really?
Perez, who, he's one of the siblings that run the factory.
Okay.
Yeah.
He calls my dad. Yeah, I mean, this has been a couple years now once we took over, and like he was questioning him. Okay, well, does she know how to make them? Does she like? And my dad was like, yeah, she knows how to make them. And so, yeah, so me, and it's funny now because now Jesse, I guess, feels comfortable. He'll call me now, so he ain't
okay.
going through my dad. Now he can keep calling
There
me.
you go.
Yeah.
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 It tells us don't change nothing.
Yeah, he tells us don't change nothing.
Don't change nothing.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, it sounds like the pressure is on though to
It is.
keep it going, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I think like I said, I think it makes my dad happy. I mean, that
Yeah.
we can still do it. And like, especially when they come back to him and tell him, yeah, they tasted the same,
Yeah.
kind of like he
Yeah.
got the okay, from them. So he likes that. Yeah.
Well, that's good. Good.
Yeah,
So
that
okay.
is.
Then before we get into a couple of segments, I want to talk about. What is your favorite dish to cook at home? If it's not in the truck, I mean, is there a
Shoot,
dish?
I'm old
that-
school deep fried tacos. Pin
Yeah,
them together.
deep fried.
Donnie can have tacos
I
every
can eat
day
them
of the
every
week.
day.
If I'd make them every day, he'd eat them.
The deep fried ones?
Uh-huh.
Oh wow.
And her dad too.
Do you use the toothpicks?
Yep.
Do you? Do it that way.
Marie said, well, if you pin them, I'll cook them for you.
Oh, that's what you meant by pinning them. Okay.
Yes,
I get it.
I'll toothpick them real quick.
I'm like, all of these? I'm going to fry all these? But yeah, no. I don't know. See, I like
And I like
Italian
Fidel
food.
better.
See, I like Italian. Yeah, you like Mexican.
Oh, you like
Yeah.
Fidel?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See, and I got my grandpa's Fidel recipe. So
Yeah.
I'm like, when we have family things, hey, have Marie make the Fidel. I'm like, okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I would go with that. I mean, the rice is good, but the Fidel's better. I think.
Right. Yeah.
To me, the Fidel is easier than rice. So
It
yeah,
is.
Yeah.
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 And quicker.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. Sandy makes a good Fidel, which I've learned how to make it. Change it up just a little bit, but they taste the same.
Yeah.
But no, Sandy makes a good rice too.
Yeah. See, a lot of people can't.
Yeah.
I think they mess with it too much.
Yeah.
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 If you keep messing with
Quit
it,
fiddling with it. Just fucking make it.
that's like I tell people
Put the
when,
lid on it, leave it
when,
alone.
when
Yeah.
you're barbecuing. If you're looking, you ain't cooking.
Donnie, you got all kinds of phrases, man.
Write it down.
Because I'll be looking in there.
Put them on a
I
T-shirt.
said,
Yeah.
why does it take so long? Well, you keep looking at it.
Right? That's funny. Yeah, this C&S Creations, Custom Woodworking and Signs. I actually met this gentleman the day that I met up with you guys there at the Merriam.
Oh.
And I kind of he does woodwork.
Was he one of the vendors?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's one of the
Really?
vendors there. So I was talking to him, and while I was, trying to figure out what he was doing, that's when I said, Ileana, go to the food truck and tell them who you are, and it's Marie and Don, and they know who I am. I just, she's like, okay. So she'd run over
Yeah,
there.
she straight came over there too.
So that's what I was doing. Is and
See, I've never
so
seen
he
that.
made me this plaque. It's almost like a
Cutting board.
a cutting board.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they polyurethane it. Everything is engraved, and then he paints it, and then he.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
So you know what? We need to get your logo put in like
a
that.
lot of detail on it.
Yeah, get your logo made, and
Heck yeah.
I know him. We could talk to him.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hook
But
us up.
anyway, so so we'll get into the segment. If you guys are familiar with this, because this is something that I learned, I did some research. But you familiar with the famous foods invented by accident?
Mm-hmm.
Are you
Mm-mm.
no? So like the chocolate chip cookie was an accident.
Really?
Yeah. So Ruth Wakefield, the owner of Toll House Inn, so Toll House, right? That's already a sign right there. They owned an inn in Whitman, Massachusetts. accidentally created the iconic chocolate chip cookie in the 1930s. So what she did is she ran out of chocolate. She was just making chocolate. She ran out of the chocolate, the powder. So she thought, I'm gonna grab candy bar and just throw some chips in here, and hopefully it'll melt it to make it chocolate cookies. They ended up just being chips inside these cookies. And that's
Voila.
the
And
rest
I'm glad she did.
right. The rest is history. Yeah. Yeah, that's what she did, and of course, the most popular and beloved cookie in the world, I guess, will be the chocolate chip. I mean, do you agree or disagree?
I would agree. I would agree.
I would agree.
Yeah, I would agree. So was that like in the United States, or is that like European, or?
I don't know.
Okay.
And I'm not going to.
Never mind.
I don't know.
He said he did research.
Yeah, I did research.
Just a little bit.
I didn't want to get into it all of that.
Yeah.
And so, okay, here's another one for you.
Don't ask questions,
Right.
Just listen.
No, please ask questions. I just won't have answers. I'll give you a. I don't have. Yeah. So now the popsicles, right? You know, your flavored popsicles. So this 11-year-old boy created it, the popsicle, in 1905.
Dang,
In
that's
San
awesome,
Francisco, a boy named Frank Epperson mixed a sugary soda powder and left it sitting overnight. So just some soda, just made some kind of, sugary substance. Left it. This is where it kind of threw me off. Left it out in their kitchen. Well, 'cause we are talking 1905,
Right.
and it was a cold night, so this kid just left it on the counter. Next morning, wakes up and says, "Oh man, my drink is cold now." So then decides to start I'm gonna eat it. I'm not gonna let it go to waste. And so it became pretty popular with kids and friends.
Heck yeah, he's
So-
making money probably.
So he called it. So like I said, his name was Frank Epperson. So he called it the Epsicle. That's what he just called it. Fast forward to 1924, which was it was like 19 years later. He patented the frozen treat and changed the name to Popsicle, where he became a dad, a pop, and he was doing this for his kids. So it became the pop.
Instead of dad's
popsicle.
sickle, he was popsicle.
Yeah.
You know what?
So the Epsicle became the
And who
Popsicle.
doesn't? A little baby will eat a popsicle.
Right.
You know.
So this took me back to my mom, the Tupperware that we used to have back in the day. You were able to make ice creams. I don't know if you remember
Yeah.
that. So my mom would make
those little things.
yes, right. You remember
Yeah.
that? And so my mom would milk and sugar. That's all it was, milk and sugar, and we'd have to sit there and wait all night till the next day to freeze, and then
Yep.
and we just had
And it's
milk.
like
And if
only
you-
like
if you
6
held
of
it
them.
in
What
your
are
hand-
those?
Yes, it was a 6-pack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to hold them, make your hands would be warm, and it shoot, come right up out of there.
Right. Yeah. You kind of warm them up, or throw them in some water. Let them warm up.
Or put some Kool-Aid in them and then put them in the freezer.
Yeah.
So this one got me. So the chimichangas,
Yep.
right? For the longest time I didn't know what a chimichanga was.
I just thought people like made that up. Like that wasn't
Right.
a real dish.
All right. So according to one of the most popular stories, Monica Flynn of El Charro Cafe in Arizona was whipping up a late night snack of burritos when her niece bumped into her and sent a burrito flying into a pot of
fire?
grease. Yeah. Right. And at that time, it's just a pot of hot oil. And supposedly she shouted chimichanga for some reason. There could have been any other bad word she could have
Right.
said. She said chimichanga, and then that's how this thing was born.
Yeah, 'cause that's all it is a deep fried burrito to me.
Yeah, it's what it is. And I remember I used to love eating these, but see, back then they weren't called chimichangas, right?
Just a deep-fried
It was a
burrito.
deep fried burrito,
Yeah.
and I would get these remember the Ventures up on 18th Street,
Yeah.
where the Price Chopper is, right? It was a Venture, and when we would go to Venture, boom, I'd have to hit the snack bar just to get a deep fried burrito.
Yeah. Yeah, because I like deep frying flour tacos with the flour tortilla.
Okay, yeah,
Because
yeah.
then you don't need as many either. So look, it's bigger, but you only need one or two.
Kind of the same. Yeah, kind
Yeah.
of the same thing.
Cuts
So
cuts
Cut
it
back a
down.
little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
A little trivia, a little
Yeah, I mean,
food
just
trivia.
something to think about, right?
Yeah.
That,
Yeah, because I mean, when you say the chimichanga, like mom and dad would make, do you want tacos? Do you want enchiladas? Mom never said, do you want any chimichanga?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
A chimichanga, yeah.
It almost feels like an American made.
That's what
Well,
yeah.
like I said, it's a white thing.
Yeah, it's funny you said it because
Little chongo, you want a chimichanga?
there you go. At work, I would go to with my coworkers. We'd go to a restaurant, and that's what they would order, the chimichanga. And I'm like, it's got to be a white thing because I've never heard of these chimichangas. And,
Exactly.
yeah. So
Well, the whole street taco thingy is blown up, but that's not what we grew up on. We
No.
grew up with regular hard shell or
Yeah.
deep fried tacos, and
Yeah.
so these street tacos are new.
And I'm not a big fan of the street tacos because that's not what I was used to.
Yeah.
If I would go for a taco, that's not going to be the one.
Right, yeah. So
and I'll do one more here. This is the potato chips, right? So this was invented in 1853 by George Crumb, a chef at Moon's Lake House in New York. Was working the night, and a guest returned his plate of fries and complained that they weren't crispy enough. The fries weren't crispy enough. So what this guy did, as to be a jerk, he grabbed potato and he started making really thin slices and he deep fried them. And just threw salt, whatever, and he took them out to the customer, and, for bitching about his fries. He goes, "Well, eat these crispy things." This guy was like,
They're good.
"Wow, these are pretty damn good."
Yeah.
And then he started telling everybody else, and then everybody else started coming in and say, "Oh, what's these chips that you have going on?" And that's how the potato chip come around.
Right. And that's good. Potatoes are good.
Which, and for some reason they were known as a Saratoga chip before that's what he named it, the Saratoga chip. I don't know. It could have been I don't know what that meant, but and then later it just became the potato chip.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So see, you guys learned
You
something
learned
here in the big
something.
Yeah,
podcast.
we left with something.
Yeah, I thought that was fun. I thought I'd read some of that. All right, so before we end our show, I know we're talking for a long time, but this is what's good is we can sit here and we can talk and bullshit and
Right.
Yeah.
right. So this is this is who is most likely to between you two. Okay, so I'll let you guys decide on who to vote. Okay?
Look, Michael be walking
Yeah.
home.
right, yeah.
So who is more likely to misplace the keys?
Probably me.
Good
Do you
one.
agree with that?
Good one.
I was like, yeah, I agree with
That's
that
why I
one.
got to put them in the same spot every time. That's my keys. That's where they go.
Okay, I wish somebody else would also learn where the keys go
That's you?
because
That's you,
yeah.
Mario?
It's good that there's always a spare key because I'm like, just use the
In our
spare.
garage, right when I walk in the garage, there's a little wicker container.
There you go, yeah.
And as soon as I come in,
Just drop 'em in there.
Yeah, before the door even goes down, that's the first thing I do is throw my keys in
There you go.
Because there's times, like you said, especially with the weather coming,
Yeah.
is it in my coat?
Yeah.
Is it in the truck? I mean,
Yeah.
where is the key?
Especially since on the new cars, you don't need them to
Yes.
actually start the car. You might have it
That's
on your
the thing.
Yes.
It just has to be close to you.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's a first for us. We've always had keys, and we now have a car with the fob,
The fob.
Right.
Yeah.
and that has been a challenge.
Yes.
Fob.
Who's got the fob? Who's got the
I know,
Yes.
right?
Like my mom was calling that a bob. I'm like, Mom. it's
Who's
a
got the
fob.
bob? The bob
I'm
haircut?
like, Mom, it's a fob. Bob sounds better. I'm like,
There
okay.
you go. Who's more likely to stay up the latest?
Me.
Yeah. You got a routine. You watch TV. There's the news.
I only sleep I fall asleep, but I don't stay asleep. So then instead of just getting up, go to the bathroom or whatnot, come back, lay down, I'm in the kitchen. I'm looking out the window. I done got on my phone. So now another hour done went by.
Yeah.
Fall asleep during the movie.
Oh,
That's
boy.
me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think he's, like, really asleep because I'll be talking to him and he'd be, like, asleep. I'm like, dude, I was just talking to you, like, 5 seconds ago. Yeah.
Wait. You'll sleep during the movie, but you won't sleep at night.
No.
Yeah,
And
put
I
a
wake
movie
up.
on.
All I gotta do is buy a movie and be like, I ain't gonna make
That's why we have to buy him, like, on Prime or whatever. Because it takes him, like, 5 nights to watch one movie.
Oh, yeah.
I keep falling asleep in the same part.
Yeah.
You make a short movie.
There you go. Who takes longer to get ready?
Me. Yeah.
Marie.
Me.
Yeah.
I might change like 5 times. I'm like, now.
To try adventurous foods.
Me.
Yeah. I mean, like, have you ever eaten like like Mediterranean? Like, there's this restaurant called the Holy Land on 87th Street.
Oh yeah, like
so good.
Yeah, like
you know.
Euros. They have like
Yeah,
Euros
yeah, kinda like
and
that.
Did we went in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like weird stuff like
What?
crickets or like
Oh,
something
well,
like that.
shit. I don't know. No, I'm not going that far. Which I wouldn't. I think I would try a cricket, like chocolate covered
Maybe, yeah.
or fried or anything.
Well, see, just like when they down at the Tenderloin Grill, and they used to do the pig snoot.
Yeah.
I did end up trying it, and it wasn't as bad as I thought. But it would be better if they deep fry it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, just like blanch it, maybe.
I'm catching a theme with you and deep fry.
Deep fried.
Yeah.
Right?
There we go.
Deep-fried
Talking about that
tacos.
cholesterol,
But
Don.
that cholesterol.
Come on.
That's why you got that medicine.
Yeah, that's where we got to take that medicine. Yeah. To try something really spicy.
Donnie, that's you.
You're all
Probably more you.
yeah.
I'm,
You gotta have. I gotta have spice in all my food.
see,
Yeah.
if it's
I
too
feel
hot,
like it, man.
it's not you don't you
Right.
lose the
You don't want.
taste. You
Correct.
know?
Yeah, you don't want to do it to
Yeah,
where you
yeah,
lose
yeah.
taste, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're so hot. You can. I mean, you don't even. There's no taste. It's just hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
too much there.
Yeah. To strike up a conversation with a stranger.
That'd be me.
Donnie.
Yeah.
Donnie, I'm like, oh, don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact.
Have you always been that way?
That'd be
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, that guy looks like so and so. I'm gonna go see who he is real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we'll be in like airports, like in Florida or like Dallas, and like Donnie will be talking to somebody. I'm like, who is he talking to? And then I'll go ask him, did you know that person? No, I'm like, okay, well you
They
was
kept
talking to
looking
him
at me.
like
I
you
thought
guys
they knew
was-
me.
Yeah.
To spend more time outdoors.
Probably me. Yeah, I'd say
Yeah, I
me.
ain't gonna be out there too long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, probably me. Like, cause I like to go and like I'll do a trail, like a hike, or
Okay.
just to go. Look, we don't do our walking park like we should, or as much as we should.
Yeah,
but
it's
yeah,
right there calling you.
Right
It's right there.
I used to know how many steps it was to the park.
Do you have a garden?
No.
Oh, so you wouldn't grow your own peppers to make your own salsa?
No, but we do. We do get them from a family member that
Oh, okay.
he has a big farm, like in Clinton, Missouri.
Oh,
I mean, he like so like the
Oh,
cheese and
that's good.
jalapenos, tamales.
So those are
those
from
are
his
his
garden?
chilies.
Nice.
Yeah,
Ah,
Don.
okay.
Yep, Don
Yeah, cool.
Tiemann. Mhm.
all right. Who's the better listener?
Probably Marie.
Yeah. Well, apparently she talks to you in your sleep.
Right. So I don't really listen.
Right.
And then if she said my name too many times, I'd be like, yeah. I don't know what she said, but yeah.
To spend money on unnecessary items.
That'd be me.
Are you on Amazon, Tom?
But not really there. I mean,
Okay.
like if I get on the app or my truck or something, so it's a bunch of things I don't need.
Yeah. And then it's hard to buy like birthday gifts or gifts for him because he doesn't wait. Like if he wants something, he's like, okay, I'm
Well,
gonna buy
make
it.
sure I get the right
I'll buy it.
one.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard. I've known people who said that. Like, I don't need anything from her birthday because I'll just go get it. If I
Yeah.
want it, I'll go get it. I'm
Yeah.
not going to ask for it.
And then there's some things I don't want no one to have to feel I tell the boys, you don't have to buy me anything.
Yeah.
Just come by or call me or whatever. It's a point now, just like how my dad used to be. I really don't need anything. So don't waste money just to buy me something.
Right.
So you know what you want? Just come and see me.
Just come see me.
Yeah.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all I
Some of
need.
your time. Just some
Yeah.
of your time. Yeah.
That's what Sandy's afraid of is the boys. My daughter, as soon as they get older and they're out and it might be it. They might not want to come.
They like Dominic, which is okay. Yesterday, Donnie called me.
Yeah.
Daddy, what are you doing? Just working. Well, I just haven't talked to you in a while.
Okay.
Aw.
So it was good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was,
that is
we were on
real
the
good.
phone maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah, but
but
then I
he
go, why
liked
didn't you
it and I
call
liked
me?
it.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Well, I do have to say, you are the example, and
I am.
the kids are watching you. So when are you going to go visit your mom?
You're right.
so
You're
that they
so
can
right.
see you doing that
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
right.
and come and visit me when I'm old, right?
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
We're editing that part out.
Yeah.
No.
No.
She's-
To be
that's-
continued.
That's real talk right there.
Yeah.
Who has better taste in music? I know you both love music, right?
It just depends on the music.
Yeah, I like all kinds. I like all kinds of genres. I mean,
Because I know you like old school,
Yeah.
R&B.
Yeah. We get in my truck right now. I got Smokey Robinson on right
Dang, there we go. Yeah. And Marie's like, who's this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I took Marie, a short story. I took Marie to
Yeah,
Chicago
go.
to see Smokey Robinson. I told her, I said, babe, just think. She said, what? I said, you the youngest one in here.
I was too. I was. Yeah. It's a good time though.
Yeah, that's cool. Who's a better storyteller?
Me.
Yeah.
Donnie.
It's that social part of it, huh?
Yeah.
That's that part. Just walk up and start talking to somebody.
Yeah, yeah.
If they listen, I'll keep talking.
Who talks about the past more?
I think probably you, because you do.
Now that I'm older, yeah, I think
yeah,
how
probably
just
more you.
can't believe how far past the time got.
Yeah.
Like just like right now, talking about when we was little, talking about school,
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
things
See?
that you don't want to forget.
Go ahead,
Yes.
Sam. Explain to them.
So when we kind of started this podcast and all, we were out on a short trip anyway. So we were talking about what would he name this podcast, and so he wanted to do the mod cast, and so we played with the MOD, and we're like, memories often disappear. So if we don't talk about these memories, we lose these
You
memories.
do.
And a part of it too is because like my mom has dementia, and so now like if we don't talk about these memories, like
They're gone.
I might forget some of those things that you guys might bring up. I'm like, oh yeah, now you know. So I think it's important we talk
Right.
about our memories and
Talk
our
about our
past
past.
Yeah,
in order to keep
absolutely.
it going. So
Well, see, and that's just like my dad has dementia and my mom has Alzheimer's.
oh,
Oh, man.
My mom, right now, if you let her talk, it's good. But if you stop her, like, yeah, mom, what about when we was little? Now she's not. Now you done threw her off. Now she can't figure what to tell you. You know, then she gets so
She
mad
loses
at
her
herself.
train of thought. So once
Yeah.
that's gone or interrupted, yeah. So, and it's sad because she was really social and talked
Right.
like Donnie. He,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where you got it from.
Well, see, and just
Yeah.
like with my mom, still to this day, as a little boy, my mom and I would play Who Sees the Robin in the Spring First. Here I am. She's, 80 years old. I'm 62 years old, and I'll still call and tell her, Mom, I seen one. She'd be like, oh, you already beat
Yeah,
me.
that's cool.
So her and I still do that.
that's cool. Yeah.
Because and she likes for me to call her too,
Yeah.
And now,
exactly.
especially with her, or like when the sun's coming up pretty or something, I'll call her because I used to always call her and tell her,
Yeah.
So
You
Yeah.
definitely have to make time. You got to make the
Gosh,
time.
okay. Note to self: call mom after the show.
Yes.
Who is more afraid of spiders?
Probably no, not me.
You guys are all right with spiders?
No,
I don't know, like spiders,
cicadas.
June bugs, I don't
Maybe
like nothing.
cicadas is a different story.
Those are-
yeah, yeah, those. But spiders, no. Because remember, I told you that guy put that spider. It was like a wolf spider on my desk the other day, and I was like, "Oh, let me take a picture of it." Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
That's
mess
not what
with
he
it.
wanted you to
No,
say, right?
but and some of the other guys, they were like, "Oh, get that away from me." I'm like,
Was it alive?
Yeah.
yeah.
You know
It's
where I
neat. I
used.
got a picture.
You know where? You know
Yeah.
where? Yeah, at Harmon. Going back to Harmon, I used to collect them because they were always everywhere. The wolf spiders were everywhere, and we would freeze them in the art. We would take them in the art class, and the art teacher, she would let us freeze them in the freezer there, and then
Miss Herring.
No, not Miss Herring. Miss Herring was.
What's the art teacher's name? Who was the one that was?
Golly, I just had it.
I'm sorry.
Miss. Shh. I can't now. Because Miss Herring was the teacher at the home ec teacher at Argentine. Horner.
Miss Horner. I knew it was an H.
Yeah.
She had
So,
the.
Yeah. We would catch the spiders. We would freeze them.
Big old spider right there.
We would freeze them, and then
Did you see
yeah.
So like,
Oh,
and look.
shit.
So look, that's his thumb, and look how big
Yeah,
it is
I see
compared
that.
to his thumb.
I would freeze them, and then of course they would die, and then we'd turn them over, and we would open up the legs, and then stand them up, and then spray paint them gold. They just look badass. They just look. We had these gold dead spiders, and we had 3 or 4 of them, and it was cool. And she would allow this.
Yeah, she liked it. That's art. That might have been art.
I know, right? Yeah,
That's true. Kind of weird, but it's art.
Who was the first to apologize?
We had this conversation on the way home.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he's hard with I'm sorry's. I'm like, I can admit when I'm wrong, I'm sorry or whatever. But this one, he don't. He don't like to say that.
Not to everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's limited.
All right, a couple more. Who's the better driver?
I'll say me, and he probably say him.
Yeah.
Himself. Yeah.
This is gonna be a tie.
Yeah. I drive crazy. I do. I don't.
Well, then who drives the truck?
Me.
Wait,
Well, our
no,
trailer,
it's a-
we pull
yeah,
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That's right. It's a pull
He
one.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Marie does. She's never pulled it.
No.
Okay.
I've tried to get her to.
I can imagine you trying to back that in somewhere. I tried with the small trailer. I rented a U-Haul years ago. I could not get that.
The
some bitch
smaller
to-
one is harder though.
Oh, is
because
it?
it turns quicker.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess that makes sense.
Yeah, so you're doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a shorter one,
Yeah.
it'd turn way quicker.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Donnie can. I will say he can back that trailer into
You back that ass up. There you go.
Back
Back it
that
up.
thing up.
But turn that beeper on.
Yeah. Who's the first that would want to leave a party first?
Today, me.
Yeah.
Back in the day, Marie.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, I'm gone. I'm leaving.
Yeah. I just heard this comedian just say something like this too, and that I remembered hearing that. This comedian said, he goes, back in the day, we were when we go to a party. No, it wasn't be the first one there. But as you get older, you always want to be the first one out.
Yeah, that's how I
Right, you
I
know.
go now. I'll be
You
the
wanna
first one to leave.
You want to be the first one there, and then
Yeah.
now you get older. I should. That makes sense.
Yeah. So how about what is up with you and Sandy?
As far as what?
Who
To leave,
would
to leave a party 1st?
Mm-hmm.
Her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She didn't hear this, so we're good.
What's that?
It'd be me too.
Who's the first? Who's the first between you and I that would want to leave a party?
Me, because I want to go to bed.
See?
That's
Yeah.
how Marie is.
And it's
That's
like
how
8
I am,
o'clock.
too.
Yeah.
I'd say, girl, we just
Come
got the party
on.
started at 7. It's 8 o'clock. You ready to go
Come on.
home?
Not when you guys are down at the nest. No.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. All right. Before we end, let's. I got some random questions for you guys. Have you ever flown in a helicopter?
Yep.
Yeah.
In
Both of you?
Bransing. We but were together. The
Nice.
first time we did it was
Bransing.
on the strip at Bransing.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
That was the first and the last time.
Was it? When was that?
It's probably
gosh.
been, you say 10 years ago?
At
maybe?
least 10. At least
Yeah.
probably 15.
You know what?
years
And
ago.
we were cruising at probably 120 miles an hour, and it didn't seem
Didn't
like
even
that.
feel like it. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
But I will say, like when they do the little thing, like to land or like to
To
turn,
dip down.
like your stomach falls
just-
on a roller coaster.
yeah.
That's what it does in an airplane, in a
Like,
helicopter. I'm
there's
like,
not a whole lot to
"Whoa,
hold
whoa."
on to.
Yeah. That's
I
cool.
know,
though.
and it's.
Let's.
Was
yeah.
it just you two, or were the kids with you? Or?
No, it was just her and
It's
I.
just, yeah, it was
Okay.
just us and then the pilot. Yeah, that was it.
That's a little spooky.
Told me to quit leaning on the door because the door cost $10,000.
No.
Okay. Well, open it for me then.
That's it, right? Oh yeah. What was the very first concert you've been to?
Her
Not
and I?
necessarily
Like
together,
to-
but
okay.
like
Oh.
when you guys were younger.
The first concert I went to.
The Beatles.
No, it was a group called Missouri.
Okay.
They were called Missouri, and it was at Municipal Auditorium. I could tell you that, and I went to school with Paul Loya.
Okay.
And so me and Paul went together right over on 7th Street.
Yep.
I think I was my 18th birthday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's funny, like you said about talking about it, I forgot all about that, but I can remember me and him right now. I could almost tell you what we had on.
All right.
Wow.
Then I'm looking at the phone. Look on my watch. Look, we're going to have to go in a little bit, so we're going to do something.
Did you have bell bottoms on?
Boy, probably plaid.
Had the collar reaching the shoulders.
Probably
Had
10
that-
little gold chains on.
Yeah, had that blonde hair flowing like Ric Flair. I told you.
Yeah, I just like it.
That feather.
Flip it.
What about you, Marie? You remember your first concert?
I think it was my brother took me. And I think he probably had to. I don't know. to AC/DC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my older brother, I went to AC/DC. That was my first concert. That was kind of crazy.
Do
I was
you,
like, because
do
I
you
was
remember
like,
where? Was it Kemper?
Kemper.
Kemper.
Yeah, it was a Kemper. Yeah, and it was crazy. I remember thinking, like that was like rock and roll. Like
Right,
those people
yeah,
like
back
didn't
then.
look right,
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember the concerts that they would hold at Worlds of Fun?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Me and her dad, I took her dad to see Chuck Berry there. We were just talking about
Chuck
it
Berry
yesterday.
at Worlds of Fun?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Worlds of
just
Fun.
yesterday we was talking about that.
Dang, really?
Me and Grandpa went for a ride in his truck. He said, let's go for a ride. I said, all right. And we had the radio on, and they were talking about Chuck Berry was going to be at Worlds of Fun. I said, you want to go? Man, there'd be a bunch of kids there. I said, there ain't going to be a bunch of kids at this.
Right.
And we were just talking about it yesterday. It was
That's
good.
funny, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
real
because
good.
like my mom didn't know like where my dad was, and she was looking
We
for
at Worlds
him.
of
I'm like,
Fun.
Dang.
yeah.
And in that same little theater in the back, I seen Houdini play there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that was probably 81, 82 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember seeing Houdini there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might have been there.
Yeah.
Because I said, damn, there's Ric Flair.
Yeah, there he
You
is.
should have got his autograph.
Yeah.
I don't want to bother him right now. He looks
Yeah.
busy.
Sandy, do you recall a concert at Worlds of Fun? No.
No.
I remember seeing New Edition. I remember seeing the Jets. Do you remember the Jets?
Yeah.
The kids from the islands or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing them there. And I know I made eye contact with one of them.
I know you
I
did.
did. I know I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So did every guy that was behind me.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Who's the most famous person you ever met?
Marie.
Yeah.
No. Well, you figure driving the limousine, I've seen a lot of people. Stevie Wonder. But
You drove a limousine back in the day?
yes, I've been driving since I was probably 20 years old.
Yeah.
Even like
Yeah.
Michael Jackson. Didn't you drive?
I drove
we
Michael
did
Jackson
see Michael Jackson. We didn't get to meet him, but we seen him
in Las Vegas.
in Las Vegas.
But I drove him to
that's cool.
from
Yeah.
Crown Center to Kemper. And when we left the theater, we left Kemper Arena, everyone knew he came in the limousine. So when I pulled out, I pulled right into the arena. When I pulled out, everyone was all on the car. He was in just a white cargo van and then left.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Just
because
passed right by you, huh?
He went right past everybody. They were worried about he was in the car. Wasn't no one in the car, just me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wanted to see you. What do you
Yeah,
mean?
that's what I thought of. I
Ric
thought
Flair.
it,
Ric
Ric
Flair.
why you keep looking in the back? I'm in the front.
Yeah. All right. And we'll end it with this. Have you ever been on a podcast?
No.
Have not. You're
All
our
right.
first.
And that's the way we're going to end this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That was the
Amen.
correct answer.
Hell yeah. You guys get out. Yeah. All right, well, thank you guys for coming on.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, no, thank you. It was fun. I was
Cool.
kind of a little nervous. I was
Were
like,
you?
yeah.
I know a lot of people say that they come on and we're nervous, but you get comfortable and you start talking
Right.
and
Right. Yeah.
some guys have drank 6 to 8 beers and
Right.
that's the way they get comfortable.
Yeah.
Right. They get that courage.
Right.
Yeah,
But
well, cool.
all right, well, yeah. So again, thank you so much and
Thank you for having us. You and Sandy.
Yes, thank you guys.
Yes, thanks.
yeah, I've got, sorry Marcos left, but he has to go to work.
He took the tamales and left. We don't
He
know
better
that.
Son of a bitch better not have.
Uh-oh.
Anyway, yeah. So all right, well.
Well,
thanks.
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Ladies.
Till next time.
Yep. Yeah, we'll bring you back on.
Part
Do it
2?
again. Yep.
Yep.
We call it 2.0.
Oh, okay.
2.0.
There we go. Yeah. We good, Sam?
You were good.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching the Big Modcast. Until next week, adios.
Howdy-o.